feel it? You feel that? You feel the electricity in the air? It's getting to be that time. Oh, the moment that we've all been waiting for. I've been counting this down. Ooh, man, ever since they announced that it was like going to be an idea. The McGregor Mayweather fight. I know everybody else is saying Mayweather McGregor, but you know what? I ain't even going there. Welcome, by the way, to Honest Answers version of our own live coverage of the McGregor Mayweather fight. I see already we got my man Jim in the chat. While you're listening to us, there's a little bitty like speech icon there on your player or whatever. If this is your first time tuning in to this, just give it a little click there, and you can pop up and interact and whatnot. I've also got our Skype up tonight, so that maybe some of y'all can Skype in if y'all want to weigh in on it. We have never done a sports cast. The closest that I ever came was like some high school football, and it consisted mostly of me going, "Yep, that's right, Mike. Oh yeah, that looked like it hurt, didn't it? That's about as close as I got."
Yeah, but we did election night.
Hey man, I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead, try that again.
We did election night coverage one year, and that was sort of bloody.
Well, you know what? You're right. It was every bit as violent, I think.
At least.
By the way, that's Casey that you're hearing there. We got somebody else here with us that like never, ever, ever, ever makes an appearance. It's like the eclipses happen more often than this, but everybody put your hands together for the lovely and talented, my beautiful wife, Miss Tina Rollins. Say hey, baby.
Hello, everybody. It's been a long time. I am so excited about tonight. This fight, man, Marty, you wasn't kidding. He has been talking about it. Everybody has been talking about it forever.
And she's a broad, y'all, in case you didn't know. She's a broad, and she is into this fight.
Well spotted.
Yes.
Huh?
Well, I said well spotted.
Right?
Well, let it never be said that I'm not observant. You know what I like most about tonight, about what we're doing like right now, honestly.
Is somebody actually going to pay us?
No, better than that. To me, better than that. It's better than money. This is the night that we ain't talking about anything political.
Nope.
Nothing negative.
Nope.
We haven't got to do a laid back. This is as close to our old Now Live days as it's been in a long time. And here's the fun part. Tonight, a lot of people think that the contest is going to be between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, but it's not. It's really going to be between me and Tina and Casey to see which one of us cusses first. Because we pride ourselves on being Meemaw friendly, but this is a fight that we're watching, and things happen because Tina is nasty. Y'all just don't know.
You have neglected to mention the other thing.
What other thing?
What?
Well, sitting at Tina's feet is a car battery with two wires going off, one to me and one to Marty. If we happen to mention anything political, she's going to flip the switch.
Boy, you ain't kidding.
And then it's going to be off to the races after that. So
he ain't playing about that
y'all,
now.
y'all be in prayer, please, that me and Marty don't accidentally slip up and mention anything political, because I don't want to get shocked with a car battery.
You have said that word more than me. For the record, you have said it more than me to this point. So if anybody needs a good smacking, it ought to be you, because I ain't even talking about it no more. Why are you still talking?
I'm just saying that the battery come out of an 18-wheeler. I'm just saying it could hurt.
Hey,
man.
it is a fair deal. I can't curse. Y'all can't talk about politics.
Ooh, man, it's going to be tough for everybody all the way around. Richard Lemire has joined us in the chat. Hey, Rich. Man, look, if y'all...
Richard, we got a car battery for you, too.
We're going to try our level best tonight that, like, if you haven't paid for the pay-per-view, of course, we can't broadcast that part of it because they will, we could get in trouble for that. But we're going to try to make you guys feel as close to watching it as us. So, and you know, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm looking at the clock now, and according to the clock, there is 21 minutes and 23 seconds until fight time. So here we go. This is
our pre-fight.
Let's talk McGregor Mayweather.
Okay, now first off, I have not seen Conor McGregor yet, but I imagine, what kind of suit do you think he's got tonight? Because it's important.
He's going to be in his boxing draws tonight, man. He coming out and say, "This is fight night."
I'm talking about what he arrived at the show with, because you know he come in a suit.
Look, during one of the press conferences, McGregor came out in a pair of like blue pants with no shirt and a white full-length mink coat.
Yeah, he did.
So I don't. But now, but the night before last, both him and Floyd showed up in. Now, if Conor has shown up in a suit, is an August McGregor limited. It is a custom suit. So whatever it is, you know, he's pimping tonight.
As they say over there in merry old Great Britain, it's a bespoke suit.
Ah, you better believe it. Now then, here's where things for this is going to what I think is going to make us different than a lot of the other broadcasters. Mostly what I've been hearing when I've been watching the build up to this, and I think Tina can testify, and Jim there in the chat can testify to this, that I have been watching every single bit of coverage about this fight and reading everything possible since this was announced. Is that fair? Is that a fair assessment?
That's extremely fair. I sit in here.
Tina's a little bit sick of it.
Well, you know what I'm saying
some
is,
of it's been pretty good.
I've been really, really paying attention, and you watch ESPN, the Fox, any of the boxing people. This is, you know, it's a walk for Floyd. It's like not going to be a contest. Max Kellerman over at ESPN, who is supposed to be ESPN's boxing expert, has said that that Conor McGregor will not lay a glove. Now here, not land a single punch. Max Kellerman is not even willing to give Conor McGregor the puncher's chance.
It's ridiculous.
Now let's talk about what does Vegas say about it, because this fight's taking place in Las Vegas.
Vegas is saying thank you.
There's some serious money being put on this fight. What's the odds right now, Marty, for a McGregor knockout of Floyd Mayweather? What's the odds?
You know, I'm going to look that up right now so that I can be a little more accurate. But
I'm going to tell people what's going on the pre-show here. They're showing all the lead up to it, McGregor and Mayweather, you know, doing it. It looked like James Corden from, you know, one of the late night shows.
It is. That's exactly who that is.
That's Mayweather's buddy?
Yeah.
Conor. His buddy is the entire nation of Ireland.
I would say that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. Okay, hang on. Here we go. Odds.
Next week,
odds.
Speaking of good places,
crap.
I will be. The
no,
show
I don't,
will be
shut
in
up.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, hit the button.
Did nobody want to hear from that idiot? Let's see here. The odds. Okay, the odds here. I'm clicking on it now. You know what? A while ago, Tina and I was looking, and it was like Floyd is minus 285 to Conor's plus. It was
minus 326, I think. To
Connor's plus 2 something.
What the hell?
Look, it's really close. It's really close.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. This is the way I broke it down to Tina a while ago, because I heard this on ESPN. If you want to make $1 million betting on Floyd Mayweather tonight, you have to bet $5 million. If that tells you anything.
Okay, so that you
now
you go home with $6 million.
A first round knockout with Conor, I believe it's down to 25-1. $100 will win you $2,500.
Okay.
Now, when it started, when this fight, the day the fight was announced, a first round knockout was 700 to 1.
What? Well, now here's my other question. How come all this happens when I'm broke and I can't put no money on this and win nothing?
Well,
Right.
I'm telling you,
Something ain't right here.
There is a lot of money being bet on this fight, and that's something else I want to talk about.
Would somebody out there in the chat give me some money and like put it on Conor McGregor knocking out Mayweather? Just
All right. Well, look.
35 cents.
Let's break
35 cents.
Let's break the fight down. All right. Let's break it down. We've got all of the sports analysts. Everyone is picking Floyd Mayweather to win this hands down. No matter if it's TKO, KO, or judge's decision. The whole sporting community is picking
Hillary
Floyd
Clinton.
Mayweather.
They have picked Hillary Clinton.
Shut politics.
Oh,
Shut
no.
up.
Ow! Tina, let it go.
Now, that being said, they're saying that because this is the boxing world here. This is supposed to be Floyd's area. He's 49-0, never been beaten. Arguably the greatest defensive boxer in the history of the sport.
Very talented.
Very talented.
Got fast hands.
Yeah.
And they're all saying that, if this was an MMA fight, of course Conor would win. And I even heard one guy say if it was an MMA fight, Conor would strangle him to death. And it was Kevin Lee who is training in Floyd Mayweather's camp. Even Kevin Lee had that to say. But what they're all, what I've yet to hear these people, bring up, with the exception of Skip Bayless over there at Fox, on Fox's Undisputed, he's the only other person that I've heard even bring this up. Even though Conor hasn't been in the fight game as long as Floyd Mayweather. He's had 21 victories, 3 losses, okay? One was to Nate Diaz, and the other 2 were before he was ever even in, like, Cage Warriors, back in early in his career. All right, now out of those 21 wins, 18 came by knockout. 18 wins by knockout. He's had 1 submission, scratch that. That's not what I meant. His first time he went the distance was back in Cage Warriors. Then he took Max Holloway the distance for 3 rounds. He in that fight he tore his ACL in the first period.
Right, but he still fought for
on
3
one
periods.
leg. On one leg for 3 full periods and beat the brakes off of Max Holloway, who is, by the way, now the featherweight champion of the world, undisputed. All right? Next time he went the distance was with Nate Diaz, who also handed him one of his defeats.
Right, exactly.
But the next fight, he took him 5 rounds or 25 full minutes with Nate Diaz, who outweighed him easily by 20 pounds.
Right, he was. Conor was fighting out of his weight class just because everybody wanted to see him and Nate Diaz get in the ring and fight.
Far and away one of the greatest MMA fights in history. That was. I thought the Forrest Griffin Stephen Bonner fight, which. All right, I think it's tied. I think it's tied with that fight.
You'll never get top that fight.
But no, it was, man, it was their fight was up there. It was epic. It was back and forth. But here's the thing, Nate Diaz, while he's an MMA fighter, he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Gracie Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
He's also got an amateur boxing record. He's a boxer. Okay, that's what he's known for in the ring, is throwing them hands. Even though he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, he's known more for throwing his hands. And Conor McGregor knocked him down not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times in that fight.
And Nate Diaz can hit.
Hard.
He's had his own knockouts before where he's just hit somebody right there on the button and they just went down to sleep.
Now, when Conor gassed in their first fight and Nate Diaz hit him hard, like like one of the Nate Diaz punches that usually knocks people out.
Conor
he still didn't
got-
knock Conor down. Conor has not been knocked down. The boxing community believes that because this is a boxing match, or because Floyd is a boxer, that somehow or another, Conor McGregor is going to go in the ring and fight that kind of fight. Anybody that knows anything about McGregor, if you've done any kind of study of the boy, you should have learned by now that he doesn't do anything the same way as everybody else does. That's why since he's been in the UFC, he has just virtually walked through everybody.
Because he's been doing it his way. It's not that he doesn't study his opponents. It's not that he doesn't go in prepared knowing what his opponents are going to do. It's just that Conor fights, and he strikes people from angles that people who have been watching UFC and covering UFC for years, like Joe Rogan, will say Conor hits people from angles that nobody else has ever done.
Well, and they were, I saw some videos in the past couple of weeks of some of the professionals, other professional boxers and stuff, making fun of Conor McGregor, one of his warm-up exercises that he does with his arms. It's like, it looks like he's trying to break dance or something, but it's actually a shoulder exercise that was developed by Bruce Lee and that is practiced by a whole lot of people that do Muay Thai and things like that.
Yeah, it loosens up your shoulder muscles and gets them...
it makes you more fluid.
Yes,
like the way it's explained is that you can be throwing a right cross and see that is going to be defended, and at the same time see that an uppercut would be an easy shot. You can change your direction that fast with that,
because
if you're limber enough and you've got the right, if your reflexes are on time. That's sort of what makes Conor McGregor who he is. Those weird angles, those crazy angles that he takes on his punches.
The crazy adjustments that he makes in the middle of a fight.
Maybe I should have prefaced this show by saying, by the way, this is not going to be an unbiased broadcast.
No, not at all.
I know there's some people listening right now who are all about some Floyd Mayweather and think that we're full of stuff.
You almost done it.
That we full of we full of bull. This ain't no bull. I'm telling you. You boxing purists out there, y'all are thinking this is going to be a boxing match. Y'all, this is going to be a fight.
Yeah.
There ain't no other way of putting this. Conor McGregor is going to go in there and fight Floyd. I don't know that it's going to be no first-round knockout, second-round knockout. Hell, it may not be a knockout. I kind of think it will. I kind of think that if Conor makes contact with Floyd's, even though Floyd's known for having a good chin, there's been some pretty heavy hitters to hit Floyd Mayweather and kind of stagger him a little bit. He's been hit before, but I don't think he's been hit quite like Conor McGregor hits.
And there's a little saying that they use in the to go to a different sport in the pool world. He ain't never had nobody hit him with no Irish on it.
Right.
Okay.
Man, and that, what? That's another interesting thing that you're bringing up there. The whole Irish angle.
Well, see,
don't they know that we crazy?
Well, see, the other thing is it has been a long time since an Irishman has gotten into a boxing ring and dominated. Because there was a time in the history of boxing when the Irish owned the boxing ring.
But they also had a saying that the Marquis of Queensberry was a poof.
Well, they did say that. But remember, before Muhammad Ali came along, the Irish were a huge presence in the boxing world. Do you think really that on that little Emerald Isle of Ireland that they have forgotten how to box?
Hey man, I think they've forgotten that the Celts were the only people that the Roman Empire got to and went, you know what? We're Nah, we don't need that. Yeah.
Maybe not.
As a matter of fact, we'll pay y'all to stay on that side of the fence. We're gonna put up this wall here. We got this our boy Hadrian gonna build this wall, and we will pay you a lot of money if y'all will just stay. Y'all crazy.
They also forget that the Irish gave the Scottish bagpipes, and the Scottish never got the joke. All right, that was good.
Wow.
That was good. That was pretty good. But that Irish element, there's a boxer. Oh man, I can't remember his name. Eubanks. His name, last name is Eubanks. He's a Brit, and he fought Mayweather himself, and Mayweather beat him. But he has been trying to tell all these big boxing people that's like trying to get him to say Mayweather's going to win. The whole reason he believes Conor's going to win is because he's an Irishman. And he's like, look, the Irish, it wasn't that he fought Mayweather, scratch that. It was, the only person that ever beat him was an Irishman. That's what the whole thing was.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy beat him twice. And so Eubanks is like, look, no, he's Irish. That's why he's going to win, just straight up. I saw a comment today, by the way, that said, you remember that movie, The Great White Hype?
Yeah.
That this is the same thing, and it's going to be the same results because the media has built Conor up to be the Great White Hope and all this kind. This ain't got nothing to do with black and white. This is just, if there's any kind of overtone, it's going to be a national overtone. Except I don't see this as the USA versus Ireland.
And first
I
off,
just see this as Irish, the Irish versus everybody.
Even Dana White, who is nominally, I guess you could say, he's Conor McGregor's boss, at least in the UFC. He's the promoter, right? Even Dana White has not been completely on the Conor bandwagon. He's got, look, this is going to be a boxing match. They're going to box. They're going to fight. And even Dana White has been reserved. There has been no great white hype over McGregor. What I kept hearing is it's only some guy, even a lot of the guys who are in MMA who have fought Conor McGregor are going, no, Mayweather's going to beat the brakes.
No, wait. No,
now,
wait.
No.
Me and Tina watched this thing today. Just today. I got to call you on that one. We watched the thing today. Every single person that Conor has fought.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the people that he's fought. I'm talking about these other guys.
Oh,
who
the other guy. Okay, I got
have
you.
not fought.
I got
Conor,
you. Okay,
are going, oh, Mayweather's going to beat the brakes off this dude. But what I was going to say is, all the people that Conor has fought has gone, well, now wait a minute. Mayweather don't know what's coming. Mayweather ain't got a clue.
Hey man, not to cut you off, we'll pick that right back up. We got to welcome Jamie Hayes into the chat. Jamie says that Conor's going to have to take him early and that his hands are fast. I'm in total agreement. I really hope Conor takes this early. I don't care if I paid $100 for a 13-second fight. I paid $70 for him to do that to Jose Aldo.
That's right, and then it was money well spent. It was money
well
do it
again.
spent.
Do it again. I paid to watch Conor McGregor fight. I'm proud that some of my money is helping him to make $100 million.
Because you're talking about a guy that just, 5-6 years ago was on the British version of welfare.
Now, look, this ain't political, but think of this as patriotic. I want you to think about something right here. In his home country of Ireland, Conor McGregor was on the dole. He was working at a construction site doing plumbing, and he freaking hated it, all right? So he used his hands. He fought in Ireland, fought in the UK, fought the whole year, over there in Europe. When he came to the United States, all right, his first fight in the UFC, he was still on the dole.
That's right.
From the moment he stepped in this country, he worked and he worked and he worked. He worked harder than everybody else.
Never turned down the fight.
Right now, at present, he's worth $22 million walking into that ring.
Yep.
He will be $100 million richer before the night's over, win, lose, or draw. Tell me that the American dream is dead, and, buddy, you ain't paying attention This is an Irishman who
You
came
can-
over. He's not even a flipping citizen.
You can have the American dream in Ireland and go make it work.
Well, look, by the way, 1 minute, 40 seconds and counting. Y'all, I ain't never been so excited for something in my life. Now, I'm going to tell you something. On the off chance that Mayweather does what everybody says he's going to do, I'm going to have a lot of shut-up juice I'm going to have to drink.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm going to be willing to drink it. I ain't going to like it. I had to drink it when Nate Diaz beat him.
We've had to drink it when Auburn beats Alabama. So
That's right.
Hey.
That's right.
Hey, there ain't no need in cussing. What are you trying? I cannot.
He's
Do
just
you
telling
know
the
how
truth.
close we are to SEC season, and you're bringing that up? Are you crazy?
War
All right, when
Eagle.
this is over with, you won't restrict.
then you get your hands off that car battery.
That ain't even. I can't believe you said that, man. You put the. I'm calling Nick Saban tomorrow and telling on you. That's all there is. I'm telling.
Hey, Marty.
Huh.
War Eagle.
Hey, Tina, you lucky I can't say curse words on the air right now.
There's
But
a-
I got
there-
two.
There's a battery in the car outside. We can get one for her. That's
I
all
got-
I'm saying.
I got-
35 seconds.
I got two words that I'm thinking too, just in case you was wondering, and one of them is you. All right, y'all. That's right. 25 seconds and counting, y'all. Oh my goodness, I really think this is going to.
And-
no matter what happens, y'all, this is history. So even
That's
if you ain't
exactly what I
watching
was
it,
gonna say,
if
yeah.
you're listening to our stupid behinds and not being able to see it, just know that this is some historic stuff. This is a $1 billion fight. If Muhammad Ali was alive today, he'd be going, good Lord, I got cheated.
Right.
Because these boxers tonight are going to make more money. This sporting event is going to make more money, which, by the way, no matter how you look at it, is good for our economy, than has ever been made before. It's already breaking pay-per-view records. Now, granted, from what I hear, there's still some seats available, but they like $3,500 a piece.
Yeah.
And most people's like, I'm sure there's a sports bar open somewhere.
I was just reading the whole legal disclaimer there. They didn't say nothing about commentating.
They didn't.
They said, we can't telecast it. We can't broadcast the fight. So y'all can't hear nothing about the fight. We can't even turn the TV on so y'all can hear. But they didn't say we couldn't react live.
That's true.
Well, they going to be some reacting. I'm going to try to keep the volume down low where can't nobody hear. Y'all just let me know if y'all can still hear. I can't hear. I don't know nothing.
You got headphones on.
I do. I got my headphones on, so I can't really hear what's happening out there. But it don't matter. It don't matter. Right now they're showing pictures of the H-bomb on there. I guess that's appropriate. Oh, they're showing it because it's Nevada. I thought it was just going to be because it was a big old fight. They showing Evel Knievel, all this good stuff happening in
Muhammad
Vegas.
Ali.
You remember back in Muhammad Ali when he was fighting Joe Frazier? He was trying to get into Joe Frazier's head real bad, and he knew Joe Frazier was in the casino, and he walks up to the craps table where he's at, and he starts messing with Joe Frazier and calling him names and mugging him like he did everybody, and all of a sudden Joe Frazier pulls out a starter pistol and just starts pop.
Oh, yeah.
Just cleared the room clean out. Now that's showmanship right there. But thing is he was the only one that knew that was a starter pistol at the time. So, I guess that's
Man, in this day and time, he would have been shot dead by Vegas security or something like that. There was a different time then.
It was a different time. Everybody's been. I've heard people talking about how they have brought this fight has brought like fight promotion down. Like degraded it somehow by the how dirty it's been. Because there's been racial overtones. There's been homophobic overtones. There's been men talking smack at one another, and a lot of people have made way more out of it than it is. But
you know who ain't been saying nothing about it? The people at the bank.
Right.
Actually, they have been. They've been going, thank you. The Vegas betting officers are going, thank you very much. Because it don't matter which one of them wins. them casinos is
Vegas is
wow.
Vegas is gonna make some money now. Socks, quit moving my microphone.
Yeah, our cat Socks is probably going to be helping with the broadcast
Do you want to
tonight.
talk? Tell them who gonna win.
In the chat, Jim is saying there is massive security in Vegas. Now you better believe it. And you know what? That's kind of funny because they was talking about how Floyd's got a lot of Floyd's fans is like gangster and everything, but that like the gangster community there in Las Vegas is going all right. It's like they had a meeting or something and said, all right, look it. The Irish are going to be here this week, okay? And they're going to be here all week. I know it's tempting. I know that cuts into some of y'all's, taking money off all the white people, mugging the tourists and everything. Don't try it this week because them's Irish. It don't matter that we got guns. They don't use guns. They don't need they use crazy.
They got their chins.
Don't you know that there is going to be more than one fight this evening? I don't think it's just going to be. Oh man, I hope there ain't no more like what happened when Tupac went to the Tyson fight.
I hope
he didn't
not.
make a home out of that.
I hope not. I hope it's all good, clean. Socks, you move this microphone one more time, cat.
All right, I got to take those things off for a minute. It's like getting on my nerves. Man, I'm really digging. I'm really digging this because the difference between this fight and like a UFC pay-per-view is when you get one of the USFCs, they give you what, like 5, 6, 7, 8 fights sometimes.
That's a lot of fights.
Yeah, they've always got a full card for you to watch, so that no matter what, you're never going to feel like your money's wasted. I think Dana learned from the Tyson Holyfield ear-biting incident where the fight lasted, just that little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And back then it was $59, and that was in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the early 90s.
And $59 is a lot of money to us right now.
Yeah.
Imagine how we all felt back in the 90s.
Well, I just remember when Tyson came to fight in Memphis that one night, and all the Lamborghinis and Maseratis and Ferraris and Porsches and stuff that was running up and down the streets.
Half
of
of them
Memphis
probably
and
belonged
all
to
that.
Tyson because he had a lot of money back then.
And that was another one of them fights that didn't last but a couple minutes. And there was all of a sudden the streets of Memphis was full of people who was heading to the bar.
All right, y'all. Right now we've got the talking heads up there, the Showtime's boxing crew. No disrespect to Showtime, but I think some of the funniest things, one of the funniest things I've ever seen was where McGregor had whatever his first name is, Epstein, the CEO, the man, El Jefe at Showtime, and called him a fucking weasel. Right there, and not one but 2 different press conferences.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. This ain't like no keyboard warrior where he was on Twitter or anything.
No,
saying
he was
that.
up in the guy's grill. And the thing is, you know what? He had every right to say it because he was there to negotiate with Showtime.
And look, I'm looking on here and I'm seeing that part of the crew, part of Showtime's commentating crew, is Paulie Malignaggi. If you hadn't heard, Malignaggi was in one of the sparring partners that the McGregor camp had brought in. Now, Malignaggi's got his own versions of things. McGregor's camp's got their versions of things.
McGregor knocked him down.
Not on the video that was released. That was it a knockdown? Wasn't it a knockdown?
That was a knockdown.
Joe Cortez, the referee who was there, who if you don't know who Joe Cortez was, if you've ever heard of Marvelous Marvin Hagler versus Sugar Ray Leonard,
He was
that's the referee.
That's the referee. He knows what happened. He said, "Ooh, Connor knocked that fella down."
Yeah, he did.
Now, he said he couldn't say anything due to, his confidentiality agreement and everything until after the fight is over. But the way Joe Cortez was making it out, like, Paulie can say whatever he wants. And everybody else that was there, even though these are, UFC people and none of Floyd's, everybody that was there that was asked about it has said, me and Tina heard today Owen Roddy, Connor's boxing coach, say he sparred twice, went 12 rounds, both times Connor schooled him. Now, after this fight is over with, see, the reason that all of
we're
the
gonna
footage...
get to see it. We're going to get to see all the footage after this fight.
Well, the reason all of the footage wasn't released was because Showtime said no.
Yep.
Not because McGregor's camp didn't want him to, like all the sports commentators were saying. It came out later that it was Showtime that said, no, don't release it till after the fight. But Dana White has said unequivocally, oh, yeah, I will most definitely release the full thing and let everybody decide for themselves. Owen Roddy said Conor won every single round. Now, Paulie Malignaggi is not Floyd Mayweather, but he was a champion.
Yeah.
He is a very respected boxer for his weight class.
He is a boxer, not an MMA fighter.
And by the way, they were using 16-ounce gloves, and that was Owen Roddy's one of his points too. Is like, you know, they were sparring in 16-ounce gloves, and Paulie had a hard time taking those punches. Now they're going down to 8-ounce gloves. Now, this, by the way, was Floyd Mayweather's idea.
Yeah, it was.
The whole thing is that Floyd's people are saying that Floyd went down into the 8-ounce glove so he would stand a better chance of knocking Conor McGregor out. Now, it'll be the first. If either of them get knocked out, it's going to be a first, because neither one of them ever been knocked out. And I think Floyd's only been, I think he might have been knocked down once. I know he's been staggered a couple of times. You know, he's been rocked.
He's been rocked.
And he recovered well. See, that's another difference in boxing and MMA that Conor brought out several times, is that, you know, when he rocks Floyd, Floyd's going to have 10 seconds to get his grip. Whereas in the UFC,
you ain't got no time.
When you get rocked, that's usually when you're about to get rocked again and again and again and again and again until you either lose consciousness or the referee feels sorry for you.
The only time you get a break in MMA is if you get hit below the belt. And if you get hit below the belt, they give you all the time you need to get your grip back. That's the only time in MMA where you get cut a break.
Right?
You know, because if you can't stand up after you've been rocked, the fight's over.
Yeah.
If you can stand up, well, then as soon as you stand up, the ref says, all right, y'all fight.
Pretty much, if you got a case of the chicken legs, it's done. Once the referee sees that, you know, if he sees your eyes roll a little bit. Well, and look, that is for safety reasons. I prefer MMA rules to boxing rules any day of the week.
I think MMA is a safer sport.
I do too. A lot of people look at it like it's more brutal because there's more blood, and you know, you see people getting cut more often. But at the same time, in boxing, man, that 10 seconds when they recover, they could very well be concussed during that 10, you know, from that original lick. So the referee, just because the fighter can step forward one step and hold his hands up while the referee pushes them down a little bit, they send them right back in there to get hit over and over again. And you look at all of these professional boxers, some of these old cats. Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's so bad he couldn't even talk.
Is that why Mike Tyson's vocal cords have never developed?
No, I don't know.
Why he still talks like this?
That's something. I don't think so. He don't slur very much because he didn't take much damage. But even Sugar Ray Leonard now is starting to, you know, some of them licks to the head is starting to show.
Even Sugar Ray Leonard, though, has said, because he's been interviewed about this.
Well, he's giving Conor a puncher's chance.
Yeah, he's like, you know, hey, this.
Wait a minute, are we? I didn't think we was getting to see the undercard, but I guess we are.
They're showing.
I think they may be about to show highlights or something.
Well, they're showing 10 rounds here. 10 rounds. I got to watch these fools fight for 10 rounds.
They said they wasn't going to do this to us. I don't want to commentate over this stuff. This is chumps.
These are some chumps. Who are these people?
Steve Cunningham.
Maybe this is just going to be like a little highlight reel where, you know, they're going to show
That's what Andrew
Tabiti, last bout February 24th, 2017. All right. So he's active a little bit. I'm going to tell you what, I don't care who wins this fight. This is why I don't watch boxing, because really it's okay. Tabiti hit Cunningham. Cunningham hit Tabiti. Cunningham hit him again and again. And now Tabiti hit Cunningham, and he hit him again, and now they both hitting each other, and now one of them looking that. I don't know. I don't know how the boxing commentators do it. At least in MMA, you're like, oh, there's a kick. Oh, look, an elbow. Oh, somebody goes for omoplata. I seen something the other day where a guy got something called an anaconda choke. What? Man, that was beautiful.
I could say something about the anaconda choke that would probably take us back to our old Now Live days, but I'm not going to say nothing about the anaconda choke. Don't you say my
anaconda don't want none unless you got buns. No, I'm sorry. That was bad. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
No, you can't do that no more.
I lapse into old Marty. Well, they got the ring girl sitting there. That's probably going to be the best thing about this fight, is the old man standing in between them two women. Saying, please, Viagra, don't kick in right now. Please, Viagra, don't kick in right now. Not on TV. I can't believe we're going to have to sit through this bull. I thought.
And they said we wasn't going to have to sit through it.
They said that we wasn't going to have to.
Because, see, we was counting on being able to be like awake at church tomorrow.
Right.
Because all these UFC bouts, you know, they have them out there in Vegas. It'll be 11 o'clock at night here. You know, and they go on, and then we get all that adrenaline pumping and can't go to sleep till 4 in the morning, have to be up at 7 o'clock so we can be at church on time.
Well, you know what? This does take us back to Now Live days after all, a little bit more than I thought.
Because we got to sit here and run our mouths longer than normal.
You remember back during them Now Live days where we it was totally common for us to go 4, 5, 6 hours.
Well, remember back during the Now Live days, we went, 30-something hours?
38 hours.
Without interruption. It wasn't just me and you. It was a whole team of us tag teaming because the platform wanted to see how long they could keep a continuous broadcast on the air. And so we kept it on.
Well, hey, we've got a lot of fights to get through, and it looks like we're going to be doing this for a while. So I do believe in some of the teases we had on Facebook. We were going to open up Skype, so if you guys want to call in and just, you know, who do you have chosen to win?
And look, here we go. If you've got Skype, open it up, search for Honest Answer. Honest Answer. That's pretty simple.
Send a little Honest Answer friend request, and then we'll get you Skyped in.
We will. I promise we will. I got my Skype open right now, and I'm looking at it. It's so pretty. Look how pretty it is.
But you said we was going to start on time the other night, too, and we didn't.
Well, that was not my fault. Look, that was a Lennox issue. That was not a Marty issue at all.
Just because Marty says it's going to happen, y'all, don't take it to the bank or anything or hold your breath. I mean, I'm just saying.
I'd like to say, trust me, I'm an engineer, but I'm not a very good engineer, so don't trust me a whole lot, but sometimes stuff works. What ain't working right now is I'm serious. These people, they really going to have a fight, man, and it ain't the Mayweather-McGregor fight. And what in the world is that? I feel cheated. This ain't right. This ain't right at all.
And this is, all these pre-fights are all about, now look, let me go ahead and just say, I don't know anything about technicalities, about any of these fights or any of this stuff. I just enjoy watching two people get in a ring and just beat the mess out of each other.
Tina has a thing about head injuries. It gives her a massive case of the giggles. All right. Massive case of the giggles.
But look, I got a question. All these fights before the McGregor fight, it's just boxing.
Yeah, they're just boxing. What'd you think they was going to do?
They ain't going to let no MMA go on Showtime like that all willy-nilly.
They could do like a boxing match and an MMA match and, you know, mix it up or something.
Well, the reason is this is a Showtime production, and they didn't want to let Dana White have no more money than he's already getting.
I don't like Showtime.
And by the way, Dana White is getting seriously paid right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're in round one.
Well, wait. Those of y'all who pray, start praying for knockouts for these undercards.
Yeah, right. Let the undercards go by quick.
First round knockouts.
So far, Tabiti is throwing some stuff to the body, and Cunningham standing there looking like a chump, holding his hands up, saying, don't hit me, please don't hit me. Oh, he threw something. I can't believe it.
What?
Now Tabiti running around the ring saying, I got you. Now, see, this is why I don't like boxing. There should be some kicks or something going on. One of them need to shoot in there and grab a leg, hold on to it, bite down on him, do something.
Well,
Headbutt.
You know how there's an age difference between Floyd and Connor, right?
Oh, a big one.
Yeah, there's an age difference here, 27 and 41.
42. Cunningham's 42. Tabiti's 27?
Yeah. I take my hat off to Cunningham then, because
well, then whoop
I'm
him,
46, and
whoop him, Cunningham.
Man, I'm more the type now. I'm just gonna have to pick up something. I ain't got time for all of that.
That young buck thinks you old.
All right. Well, now Cunningham moving around pretty good now. He's giving as good as he's getting. It's really ooh, that was a swing and a miss by Cunningham. Ooh, boy, if that would have connected though, it might have stung a little bit.
They got nice looking boots on. I'll say this. They're wearing nice. Because see, in MMA, people don't even wear shoes.
You ever notice though that you know how they say in boxing, no hitting below the belt. I want y'all to look how high up they got their draws.
They got them up under the rib cage.
Just barely there. Like one Tabiti looked like his britches coming up to his titties. That ain't right. You ain't talking about don't hit below the belt. There's a little jab here by Cunningham. Little head movement. See, I'm telling you, man, this boxing stuff, I just don't know. I'm taking a look over here at the Skype.
Come on, I want to see a knockout. Get off the ropes. They're on the ropes like a bunch of chickens.
Goodness.
Get off that's the thing I don't like about boxing, man. They don't lay on each other up on the ropes. In the MMA, the ref will get over there and go, y'all get off that fence.
Well, actually, in MMA, you don't want to be laying up there on the ropes, because if you are laying up there on the ropes in MMA or on the cage, it's going to hurt real bad. I mean, like really, really, really bad.
Yeah, but boxing got bungee cord on the ropes, man. I mean, you can lay on them ropes, and it's like laying in bed at night.
I know, man. And that's why
round one's over.
I hadn't had a whole lot of respect for boxing. See, that round one is over, and ain't nobody bleeding. In an MMA fight, somebody is cut up by now.
And now they sitting down there like they're all tired and everything in their corner.
3 minutes. 3 minutes they was standing there dancing around looking like they're give me some of the water. Give me some of that water. And Tabiti, the young man, look at him.
That old man hit me.
What? Look, the old man, he don't even hardly look tired. He's just like, yep. And you know what they tell him? Once you go in there, I want you to hit him in the face. And then I want you to hit him in the body. And then I want you to hit him in the face again. Because that's really their only two options. Oh, he did that wrong. See, they put the water in his mouth, and he was supposed to spit it back in the bucket, and the bucket man standing there looking, and he swallowed it. And the bucket man's like, man, I got one job, and you just messed it up for me. Thanks a lot.
He's going to be talking to his union rep. Did y'all see that they held the bucket up there, and he didn't even spit in it?
Round two is underway again. It's so exciting.
Okay, now I'm getting a message right now asking me what we're talking about. When's the McGregor fight? So for those of you that didn't know, all of a sudden they've decided to put some of the pre-fights on, and we're just talking about.
We here stuck like Chuck.
Yeah, we thought it was going to go straight to McGregor and Floyd, and it didn't happen that way. So we just going.
We're watching these people with these big old fat gloves acting like they're hitting each other.
Right, and hugging. What is the hugging thing, man? At least in MMA, if they hugging, somebody's getting a knee, you know? The boxing don't even seem fair to me.
In boxing, when they hug, it makes me think something about these fighters. I'm just saying.
You know, I wasn't going to say nothing, but
all right.
About there being a little bit light in them boxing boots.
I'm just saying, you know, they are kind of flashy.
I mean, them men is built pretty good. Them big old sweaty men, they're hugging up on each other and stuff.
Oh, please, just hug up on me just one more. Ooh, I just love that sweaty smell you got going on. That's so very, very sexy.
Is that Paco Rabanne you wearing?
Ooh, I ain't heard that one in a while.
You say you get what I have to deal with, y'all.
Oh, Poor Tina. She haven't put up with me and Casey.
Yeah. We ruined Lord of the Rings with the relationship between Sam and Frodo.
Yeah, and
we could all
and
tell.
Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. I totally messed that one up. She still ain't forgave me for messing up Rudolph. And that
Y'all
wasn't
just
even
don't
me.
know.
That
Y'all
wasn't
just
even
don't
me.
know.
That was a friend of ours that we've known for 30 or 40 years, and he the one that messed it up for all of us.
By
so.
the way, before we go too much further, I do have to give a shout out. We got a friend in Houston, Texas, right now, and that song
My brother.
flooding down in
My brother Dion.
Our brother Dion is down there in Texas. Dion, if you're listening, brother, I hope you're nice and safe and up on some high ground. There ain't no high ground really in Houston, so get up on top of a building somewhere, man.
I think you're forgetting one very important thing. Our brother is black. Black people run. All right? Something bad happening like that. This is our brother Dion here. Y'all know Dion. You really think Dion like, yeah, I think I'm just going to ride this one out in Houston. He's like, Dion like, no, there's a hurricane. I got some kinfolk in San Antonio. I'll holler at y'all later.
Well, that San Antonio's got it bad right now.
Well, no, he's going to show up at the door here in a day or so.
He better not. He better not. Dion, if you're listening, you better stay. Look, Houston ain't so bad. Look, it ain't so bad. You better stay there.
Baby, come on home. Don't listen to him.
Shut Tina. Y'all, Tina smokes a lot of crack. She don't really know what she's talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Dion, you better stay where you at. I ain't. Richard Lemire, he's in Texas.
He's in
man.
I'm hoping, but he's over there in West Texas, where I'm hoping he ain't getting none of this. Richard, let us know. Are you dry?
Well, he showed on the map his little blue dot. Which, by the way, Rich, that blue dot was just a tad bit on the light side of blue. A little bit too much like powder blue. I'm just saying, maybe we could butch our dots up just a little bit. I'm just saying, you know. But I saw where his dot was, but that was a little earlier. I imagine he's definitely getting some rain out there. So, you know, we praying for everybody in Texas.
Well,
we
don't
make light of
look,
it, but you know,
every
that's
time
scary,
it rains
man.
out there where Richard is, he has to go get out his weed eater. So I'm hoping he ain't getting no rain because, you know, Rich gets out there and he gets all hot and stuff, and he has to go lay down and take a nap.
All right, round 3 is now underway, and they're doing the same thing that they was doing in round 1. Tabiti's dancing around trying to run. Oh, there was a punch in the mush to Cunningham, and a couple of more punches, and Cunningham said, woof, and he swung and a miss. And now they looking at each other, and their eyes are smoldering, and they making eye contact.
Ooh, it's sultry.
Domestic violence. There it go. Now they all hugged up and hitting. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see if you're going to hug up, hit each other. Treat it like you're married. I'm sorry. Well, this is an Irish broadcast.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Oh, man. Richard says he's in North Texas, way up past Dallas. He ain't had no effect. What you crying for, Richard? Didn't nobody ask you nothing. Just sit there and not get rained on them. We was trying to give you some sympathy and everything. And least you could have done was roll with it when, yeah, it's terrible.
Well,
no,
I'm just glad he ain't got to get out his weed eater.
Okay, we're going to need one of y'all to call in because these two, I don't know what direction is going to come next.
Look, I tried to tell you.
Tell them how they can call in on Skype. What do they got to do?
I'm just wondering, are they both?
They have to look up honest answer.
One of them's doing the
send
whip,
a request.
and the other one's doing the nay-nay. This ain't a fight.
Did you say one of them did the whip and the other? Okay, look. There's a new rule, right?
Okay.
Casey is no longer actually look up Honest Answer Media. Casey is no longer allowed to say whip or nay-nay.
Well, it was some kind of dance. It wasn't quite the Macarena,
but
but it was almost a Macarena.
I don't care. You are most certainly not allowed to say the words whip or nay-nay. Nay-nay to the nay-nay. They got a minute left in round 3, and it's still, you know, Tabiti keeps trying to poke him in the mush, and Cunningham's defending his mush pretty good. So, you know, this is really, again, why we really don't like boxing very much, because it's right up there with watching baseball or golf. Not a lot going on.
Ooh, should we be talking in our golf voice? Well, Tabiti is...
Not if we want people to
he's
keep
teeing-
listening to us.
He's teeing up on the fourth green here. And
He's teeing up on the fourth green. Now I can't figure out how to get back to where I was on the Skype
and
thing.
the golf officials have said you cannot wear shorts that look anything like that on a polite golf
that
course.
ain't it either. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the engineer over here messing up Skype.
Uh-oh. Ain't that the truth?
Are you tearing it up
Click
again?
here to exit full. I did. I didn't mean to. I didn't know what I was doing. Look, see, I got us back where we were supposed to be. See, there you was. I tell you what, or you can put your whoever wants to. All they got to do is just put your name in the chat. Say, hey, I'll Skype in, and we'll find you, and that'll be that.
That'll work.
Yeah. I would, this is the one part about terrestrial radio that's pretty cool because you can say, dial into this number, and then you got the phones. And I guess if you want to get technical about it, I could do something like that, but I ain't got time for that mess.
Now they were showing William H. Macy because they're now
And
doing
Bruce
all the celebrities that was out there. William H. Macy needs a haircut. How is it that celebrities can just go out in public looking any old way?
William H. Macy looked
Whereas
like he needs somebody to iron his face.
If me or you went out of this house looking like that, Mama would whoop us. I'm 50 years
and
old.
deserve it. Now they showing Sasquatch from Jack Link. Boy, I guess they let anybody in there. Round 4 of this exciting cruiserweight bout between Tabiti and Cunningham. Cunningham, the old head. Tabiti, 27 years old. Oh, good Lord, I can't believe it. All right, Cunningham finally trying to throw something, but totally missed the mush. And now it's getting all smoky. They staring longingly. But Tabiti's doing his best Carl Lewis impersonation and running around the ring trying not to get hit.
Tabiti said, I wish I could quit you.
Hey, it's been requested to see which one of y'all, do your best Howard Cosell voice while announcing some of this.
Well, hello, America. This is Howard Cosell. And we are here at the boxing match of the century with Conor McGregor from the country of Ireland facing off against Floyd Money Mayweather.
But unfortunately, we are unable to broadcast that fight because we're having to watch Tabiti versus Cunningham in a no-contest bout where neither fighter seems to want to hit the other.
You sound like Charlie Rangel. You didn't sound nothing like
Your
Howard
mama
Cosell.
sound like Charlie Rangel. Who you think you sound like? You sound more like Muhammad Ali than you did Howard Cosell right then.
I am the greatest.
I made you
float like a
Cosell.
butterfly. I sting like a bee.
And whoever requesting that mess, tell them remember them 2 words
You're
I
getting
said
a
a while
thumbs
ago?
up about it. Y'all did good. You did good.
They lying. They just saying that to make us feel bad.
This does feel a little bit like Now Live.
It feel like some bulls what it feel like because I'm sitting in here having to watch a boxing match that I didn't want to watch.
And not to bring everybody down, but I wish our brother Jonathan was here to be part of this because this would have been a lot more fun with our brother Jonathan. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, he could have called in with his drunken bailiff. So if one of y'all
somebody better
drunk,
I tell you what, somebody better get hold of Sharon Sparks.
somebody get drunk and dial in. That'd be good.
Can you get hold of Sharon? Can you get a note through to her?
For a boxing match?
She'd like it. She
I
wouldn't
think
care
she'd
nothing.
get-
She wouldn't care nothing about the boxing.
She better be looking at the Facebook. She more active on Facebook than we are.
She better be looking at the Facebook. And Laura, if you out there and you ain't got your mama listening to this broadcast, you're a bad daughter. I'm just saying.
And you can't read good either. Ooh, that's that. Hey, that's sort of like
Well, she's living in Mississippi, man. Now, come on, don't cut some slack.
Well, that's true. That reading is. You remember that? Remember back in the 70s when they had that thing, reading is fundamental. In Mississippi, they changed that like reading is optional.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
y'all.
we're gonna get some bad.
My
We're gonna
bad.
get
Here,
some
I got
bad
some family
email
over
from.
there too. Y'all wrong.
And Tina reinforces the point. I think. Thanks
And
for co-signing that,
didn't
baby.
you want to say something nice to our friend Chris Baber out there who who was
All right, look
requesting
here.
it.
Look here. Chris Baber is our good friend. By the way, Chris Baber received I can't remember I think it's the Horatio Gates Bronze Medal just this week. And his countdown
for wearing a pink uniform.
Sergeant First Class Christopher Baber.
Whoa,
that's right. And like, look, man, this dude's put his time in. He's in the National Guard out there in Virginia. You keep holding it up and keep holding it down, dude. He said the other day his retirement countdown is started.
Well, look, Chris, Marty's only saying something nice about you because he thinks you could hear him right now. You ought to hear what he says behind your back. I'm just saying. He talks about you behind your back just like your wife does.
See, that's why Mama don't like you, because you always trying to start something. Always trying to start. Look at them. No, they wrestling in the ropes now. Look at Beatty and Cunningham is having a domestic violence incident.
Oh, look at the fight.
Watching while they hugging. Here they go. Now they done backed off. Look like one of them said he could quit. He could quit him. They trading a little licks. I see both. One of them to Beatty trying to talk a little smack. One of them just tried to get belly to belly. I'm telling you, there's something about this sport that ain't right.
Broke back boxing.
Right? It's broke boxing, all right. This ain't, man, if this is what McGregor, you know McGregor Mayweather ain't going to look like this.
Even the ref had to get in the middle of them and go, hey, y'all, we're fighting. Go get a room.
Ain't that, y'all look like y'all making bacon. Coach Wade, may rest in peace. Our wrestling coach, that's what he used to tell us when it looked like we wasn't trying to do anything. He said it looked like we was making bacon.
We can't say some of the other things that he used to say.
You know what's funny about that is I didn't get that till I was like 23 years old. One day it just hit me. I'm going down the road and I went, oh, I get it. Okay, they breaking them apart. We're at round 5, by the way. They've got a little bit more than a minute and a half left in the round. So we're halfway done with the first of these pointless,
oh man, do you see this?
Fest.
Do you see this color commentary here? This old lady sitting over there by the edge of the ring looked like she's done bit into a lemon.
Her face looked like a cat's behind.
Yeah,
looked like somebody farted next to her. Maybe that's what happened, because she does look like she smells something.
I mean, come on, lady, smile.
Look at, she ain't no emotion on this broad's face at all. She like, man, I wish my husband would bring me to this mess.
She's looking at her phone. Look, she's playing Angry Birds.
Well, I don't blame her. I mean, look, I'd be pissed too if I done paid $3,500 and I got to sit here and watch this bull. Look at them; they just dancing around. They vacant seats in the front in the front row of these prelims. Look at it; ain't nobody watching this.
Because nobody wants to see the Macarena.
They all in the casino right now.
That went out in the 80s, man.
They're either in the casino at the slot machines or the craps table, or they're still standing in the bet line saying, I got to hurry up and get some more money on Connor. 35 seconds left in round 5.
And they're hugging again.
Hugging. There's some more domestic violence. I seen some hitting in. They made up. Now, here they go.
Hey, look, is this like everybody says that boxing is a technical sport. I mean, is this like technique or something? Because I don't like it.
It looks sort of, in technique, it looks sort of like slap and tickle.
What this is, this is why Conor McGregor said this is only like a fourth of a fight. That it ain't even like, this ain't even real fighting. To me, I'm telling you, this looks like two guys just like can't make up their mind if they're gonna break up or not.
Was that man blowing the other one a kiss when they was going across to the separate corners? Like, I'll be seeing you in a minute, baby. Just 1 minute. We'll be apart for just 1 minute, and then they gonna let us get back together.
Send all complaints to Casey at honestanswerradio.com.
Oh, look, now they putting I knew there was something up about this. I just seen the Vaseline come out.
That wasn't Vaseline, man. That was a little bit more mascara.
Oh, yeah, well.
If he was fixing his makeup.
Well, Robinson, I got to say.
They're sweating a little bit and the makeup's starting to run.
I got to say that between the two, Robinson is looking like he's caught the worst end of this domestic violence incident. His face was a little bit more lumpy. About the only punches that's been landed by Tabiti have been jabs, but at least he's landing something. The only time Cunningham seems to be landing anything is when they're having their lovers quarrel up against the ropes. And they're just kind of like some little he tried a jab just then. Tried to hit him in the titty, but it didn't work.
He said, "Why you want to hit me, baby?
Can I say titty? Titty ain't a cuss word.
I'll take the garbage out tomorrow. I promise."
Did you just see it? Look, they smiling at each other.
Of course they are.
A little wink, wink. Now look, the old lady, by the way, for an update on the old blue-haired lady that looked like somebody farted next to her. She has got interested in the fight. She's now watching it with a look of utter disgust on her face. So I'm with her.
So am I.
I was going to say it's got the same look on her face that we do.
She's got the show on in her earbud, and she says she's gonna look up because she didn't want.
I think she's watching like Game of Thrones on her iPad.
I was just
looking down.
I was just finna see if I could pull up some Netflix or something on ours. No, you don't think so? No. That wouldn't be a good idea.
No.
All right then.
It'll play through the thing.
Well, okay, all right. Well, hey, look, by now, I'm sure most of the people listening is probably saying, "I wish y'all would put on some Netflix till the fight starts, because this is some bull." All right, round 6. Got a little bit more than a minute and a half left of round 6. A little bit more domestic violence coming out of Cunningham, the old head. It's about time. I was waiting on to see him doing something. Now they're hugging again. This sport's got.
See, this is a lover's quarrel. He hits him and then he makes up. He says, "Oh, baby, I didn't mean it."
I'm sorry. I won't do it no more. This is the last time, I swear. I'm under a lot of pressure.
I'll go get some counseling.
Just for a little while. Just I can't quit you. Oh, there they go. Their eyes are smoldering again. They're looking longingly at one another. Oh, look at him. Whoa, Cunningham went for a poke in the whiskers and it didn't work. But Tabiti's teeing off on him for a little while. Now, here you go. That jab is working. He's popping Cunningham every once in a while.
Tabiti said, "You left the top off the toothpaste."
Now that's almost as bad as like having toilet paper put on the wrong way.
You gonna see if you leave the wet towels laying in the floor one more time.
A little more than 30 seconds left in round 6. Thank you, Jesus. Man, why they got to go 10 rounds? I mean, couldn't they just call this one off due to lack of interest? I mean, can we throw the towel in for them and say it looks like both of them have had enough, or like we've had enough of them? This is some bull. I can't believe they did this to us. So Showtime, you suck. No wonder Mayweather called you a weasel. Epstein, you little twit. I can say twit because that's not a curse word.
You mean McGregor?
I'm sorry, McGregor. Ooh, did I make something
did.
Say Mayweather?
You did.
Ooh.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
They hugging again. He's got his face all buried in his little friend's neck.
I thought I seen a little loving kiss there. Did you see that?
The ref split them up. Said, "No, y'all got to go sit down. This is getting too romantic."
I just seen something kind of interesting. The pre-fights here. Apparently, everybody knew that the McGregor fight was going to be later on because they backed up and showed the audience in like all of the upper level is almost empty.
Oh, yeah.
But I guarantee when it gets closer to the McGregor fight, that place is going to be packed.
It's because all the Irish people are already, they're still out at the bars.
Yeah.
All right, well, look here. We are going to take about a 2 minute and 30 second break because I need some more coffee. And in the meantime, I'm going to play our Conor McGregor song for y'all in case y'all missed it the other night when we played it. By the way, this young man has been brought to this fight courtesy of Conor McGregor. I'm sure right now he is sitting here in those seats.
No, he ain't.
That Conor gave him and is going, "I came all the way from Dublin here to see these two men."
No, he's at the bar down the street with all his other Irish friends.
If he's got any sense at all, that's where he's at, man. I do too. I think this is one of the coolest songs that's come out in a while. All right, this is the Ballad of Conor McGregor. We will be right back with more in just a minute.
Kid from Dublin with more than a dream. He knew one day he'd be the king of the UFC. Oh, with a group of fighting Irish not to be pushed over, not here to take part. They were here to take over, and from the start John Kavanagh by his side Whoever thought they'd be known worldwide after 60 G's, baby, and a contract to sign, leaving his whole life and the social welfare behind. And after 2 years came the featherweight champion of the world, and Connor said he'd make him look like a little girl. It only took 10 seconds to show his talk wasn't cheap as he connected with the left and put Aldo to sleep. There's only one Conor McGregor, and there's the fighter better, and he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out, cause the Irish are coming. You can talk all you want, but you do nothing. Only one Conor McGregor, and there's the fighter better, and he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out, cause the Irish are coming. You can talk all you want, but you do nothing. The lightweight belt was next in store to do what no other fighter had ever done before. Became the first same-time double champ in history, and took the chance to apologise to absolutely nobody. It came from working on a building site to get $1 million paychecks from Dana White. And it was money, his cars and his clothes he flaunts, cause the double champ does what the he wants. And Mayweather, you're old and you're small, and the truth is that you'll do feck all, cause precision beats power and time beats speed. Why have you got a skill back fight you can't even read? There's only one Conor McGregor, and there's the fighter better, and he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out, cause the Irish are coming. You can talk all you want, but you do nothing. Only one Conor McGregor, and there's the fighter better, and he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out, cause the Irish are coming. You can talk all you want, but you do nothing. Well, he dresses to kill, boys Lamborghinis at will, can get inside your head like he was Dr. Phil. And if you call him out, have a good reason why, or he'll turn around and say, who the is that guy? And on the 26th of August, we're taking over Vegas. The Irish invasion, you can't mistake us. Singing songs day and night till our voices are sore, because when one of us goes, we all go to war. There's only one Conor McGregor, and there's the fighter better, and he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out, cause the Irish are coming. You can talk all you want, but you'll do nothing. Only one Conor McGregor, and there's the fighter better, and he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out, cause the Irish are coming. You can talk all you want, but you do nothing. You do nothing.
Keep us straight.
Oh man, we was just saying that this is kind of fun. We hadn't been able to like do this kind of show in a very, very long time, and it feels really...
I missed it, man. I mean, I didn't know how bad I was missing it until we started doing this and cracking some jokes. And
right, we spend a whole lot of time living in the real world where everything is dark and not a very fun place. And when we started doing this, we started because the world needed we needed a way to kick back and to blow off some steam. And one of the things that Casey and I enjoy most of all is when we can cause somebody to, have a laugh when they've been having a pretty crappy day. And, this is just fun. It's very reminiscent. By the way, we are in round 8 of 10. Casey, your emphysema getting the better of you over there? You hitting your vape water, pen. Is your vape pen kicking you behind, little girl?
My water went down the wrong way.
Do I need to get something out of your purse for you?
But see what it is? It was that tender look that passed between them two boxers. Just it got me choked up, because it was so tender.
Wait, are them the same people that were fighting when I walked out?
They the same ones.
What, you thought they was fighting? Because I ain't seen much of a fight here. What I've been seeing is a lover's quarrel.
Look, man, I remember way back when MMA first started, coming on the television regularly, because I know we were watching it back.
We literally watched UFC 1.
Yeah.
Because it took place in Dothan, Alabama, of all things.
Yeah, it did. Well, back in the day, I loved Forrest Griffin. And who was it that he fought?
Stephen Bonner.
That was an amazing fight right there. That was two warriors.
It saved the UFC. At that
Yeah, it
moment,
did.
they were on, a lot of people didn't know it, but the UFC was on a precipice. They were about to go under, and they had this TV show called The Ultimate Fighter that they had put on Spike TV. And, Dana was like, this is like our last shot. Well, that first season, there was a $250,000 contract on the line. They had a car and like one of them Piaget watches,
Yeah.
And that fight, though, those two men, Forrest Griffin was a cop in Georgia,
Well,
and
remember-
everything he owned was in a storage locker, and he walked away from all of that.
Yep.
And just went all in on this thing called the Ultimate Fighter. And Stephen Bonner, he was from Chicago. For him, this was like all or nothing,
He was so broke he couldn't even pay attention.
Yup. They got in the ring and stood toe-to-toe and beat the ever-loving hell out of one another.
For 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was
3 5-minute rounds.
It has went down in UFC lore as the single greatest fight in UFC history, simply because that is what garnered the biggest interest in the company.
And they didn't even hug a single time.
Well, they did when it was over.
Until the match was over, because they're like, oh, thank God you ain't going to hit me no more.
And they would, in the latter round there, in the third round, they got to a point to where they were looking at each other. After one of them would just pound them in the face, they were grinning at one another, bloody as hell.
And agreed without saying nothing to just start
the
swinging.
last
just
30
go
seconds, they both nodded at one another like, let's just go. And they stood toe-to-toe and swapped licks. I mean, these are to the jaw now. Both men said that is the worst ass-whipping they had ever gotten in their whole life. And the thing was, when it was over, of course it was, like only one of these men can win this contract. It's for all the marbles. After that fight, Dana White said, you know what? I am the boss here. So both of y'all getting a contract. That was and both men went on to have really phenomenal careers. Forrest Griffin, for a little while, had the light heavyweight championship belt until it was taken by Rampage Jackson.
I'm sorry. The only other fight that come close to me to that Forrest Griffin fight was Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor.
Oh man, I'll tell you
Both of
another.
them.
I'll tell you another really good one that very few people have seen is the Rory McDonald
Right.
and Robbie Lawler.
Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler. I think both of them got something broke in
Well,
that fight.
Rory McDonald's nose. That's how the fight was. The fight was just called because Rory couldn't. Well, no, it was really a knockout TKO because Rory's nose was so broken that the pain from the just one more lick from Robbie Lawler, and it really could have went either way because Robbie Lawler's top lip was literally split all the way up to his nostril.
I'm talking like
One lick either way, the shock from the pain would have taken either of them their legs out, and it just happened to be Rory's legs that gave first.
I think that
What a war, though.
They had to get Rory's nose. They had to pick pieces of it out of the 4-ounce
Man.
glove of the other dude.
They had a heck of a time putting it back together. Now he's over at Bellator, and I'm telling you something, he hasn't been the same fighter since that. I mean, that was... Now, Robbie Lawler, he just won a decision against Donald Cowboy Cerrone, the last UFC that was put on, and it was another war, but not nearly the bloody war that the Lawler-McDonald fight was. And even Robbie said that's by far his most difficult fight. There are about 45 seconds left in round 9 of 10 of the domestic violence. There's grinning and smiling at one another. There's something horribly, horribly wrong here. Ooh, I think I just saw the old blue-haired lady. You know how you put your thumb up by your nose and wiggle your fingers and be like, neener, neener, neener? I swear to God, I just think I saw that woman do that to the fighters. Either that or she was picking her nose. One of the two. She was either thumbing it or picking it. but something was happening there, which has been the most exciting thing I've seen in 9 rounds of action.
Well, would somebody please in the crowd ask her exactly what happened at the end of Game of Thrones? Because, everybody else wants to know.
Inquiring minds, right? Oh, man. Oh, this is just getting to be too much.
I swear there's another fellow over there who's been asleep for the last 3 rounds.
Is that what his problem is?
Well, his head's been down. He's had his head down. He looks like somebody when the preacher's giving a really, really boring sermon at church or something.
You know what? I would take 10 boring sermons at church over this mess. This is getting ridiculous. In the chat, Jim has said that Tabiti's going to win, and I think, Jim, you're right, because so far he looks the prettiest. Cunningham's makeup is horribly smeared. He's taken too many licks. You can see if you're watching. Look, take notice there, right up above his eyes. He's shiny. See, they done knocked his foundation off, so he's the powder off his forehead.
They are reapplying the foundation, and now that they're up in the ring,
the ring girl hold the cameraman looking at the ring girl for a little while. Because by far the most interesting thing that we've seen in the fight.
Thank you, cameraman.
That's for all the single men out there.
I was about to say, you got about one more then, Marty.
I'm not. I have to describe visually for the people listening. I just spilt my Fanta everywhere. That was awesome. Ooh, I hope it don't drip on the tower there. Pardon me while I clean this mess.
That's called karma.
Okay, there is a nice embrace going on right now in the ring.
Now the ref done run over and broke him up. Talking about you can't use your elbow. That's twice.
See, there's something wrong when somebody is paid to break up the fight like that.
What the ref actually said, I was reading his lips. He said, "Do not kiss him on the ear one more time in this ring." I'm tired of seeing that.
I'm gonna deduct a point if there's any more loving. This no a tongue. Fight, y'all.
No tongue.
Oh, he done broke him up again.
Because there was tongue. They was trying to swap some tongue.
And you know what they saying? Somebody's always trying to come between us. This can't be right. And the other one said, if loving him is wrong, I don't want to be right. Oh, there's some head bobbing going on there. That looked promising. Oh, nothing come of that, so never mind. They hugging again. Little DV. Oh, going for charges. There we go. Tabiti teeing off. He said he tired of his mess. He ain't putting up with him no more.
He said, you sleeping on the couch tonight?
Done left the toilet seat down one too many times.
Jim done said it's like Debbie Gibson opening up for AC/DC.
Bingo. Bingo. Jim has won the first snap of the night. Oh, man. I can't believe I done spilt my Fanta. I'm glad it wasn't a coffee. Messed up my mouth up. I bet you I messed up. Either way, my table is sticky and not in a good way. That was not an innuendo, Tina.
I didn't say anything.
Me. I heard that. Look, now Cunningham just held his hands out, said, come get some. And Tabiti, look at him poking him in the mush. Why you didn't do that like 9 rounds ago? What the? And Tabiti's smiling. The domestic violence. Oh, do you see that gentle caress on the cheek there? I swear, Cunningham just cupped Tabiti's cheek in his glove. Don't believe me. I seen it.
It was tender.
It was a tender caress. I've never seen anything so tender in boxing.
I'm going to get choked up again.
I think they're getting something going on because I was just asked how many pre-fights do we have to endure?
4.
Oh.
3 more after this one.
Sorry,
I think.
y'all.
I think if that's
well, that's the card I seen on the
was
website.
This the first one on the card that
yes.
you seen? Lord have mercy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Lord. It's over. Now take another 10 minutes for the judges to go. I wonder how many times he hit him. Look, they wasn't but like 5 whole licks in the fight, so it shouldn't take y'all long to count them up. Just figure out which one of them got 4 and which one of them got 1. Lord, this is some bull. Anybody walking away from a fight in that good a shape, there's something wrong with this sport.
He just patted that man on the butt. Okay. Right there in front of everybody,
when did that become a sign of sportsmanship among us men? I've always, I've wanted to talk to our brothers.
Hey, look, that didn't have nothing to do with no sportsmanship.
Well, you see it in baseball. And, you know, remember we used to have this coach. I ain't going to say his name. When we was in high school, we had this coach, baseball coach, that used to sit on a bucket and scratch his cards all day long.
Uh-huh.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And he was one of them that, like, when you did something good, you know, he'd come up behind you and whack right on the booty. When did that, and in football they do that, when did that become okay? I mean, I can say with all confidence, I don't dig it when people are like, pat me on the booty.
Hey, look at Jim said that he saw one that said Connor's next. I hope that's true.
Oh Lord, please be there. Please be there.
Because I tell you,
It's
what,
saying Cunningham landed 38 out of 137 attempts at jabs, 28%. To Tabiti's landing 31%. Tabiti landed 49% of his power punches to Cunningham's 27%. Those are terrible, terrible statistics.
No, that wasn't punches. That was kisses.
Richard Lemire, you know, we got like about a 45-second delay. Richard Lemire just got the card scratching. Old Coach Cods, you know, and that ain't too far off the mark, man. It really ain't all that far off the mark. I'd mention his name, but his daughter's probably listening, and, you know, he dead anyway. Rest in peace, Coach. All right, unanimous decision. I think Jim is going to be right here. Let's see here. Who won? He want to know who won on kisses. Cunningham won the kissing award because of the gentle caress on the cheek. And Tabiti won. And Cunningham got this genuinely shocked look on his face, like, what? Fool, you got to swing if you want some points. Hey, one of our cousins that lives way over in the communist country of California is saying, hey, what's up? What's up?
Well, what's
Say
up?
hey, Gail.
Hey, Gail. Well, we're sorry you're having to live in California.
You know, look, believe it or not, they live there by choice.
Well, that's because they want to be. That's because that way they can keep their eyes on the communists.
It's like I've heard about people that live in California by choice. You know, we got a lot of friends that live in California by choice, and we don't understand a damn one of them.
Well,
then again, I'm to the point now that I only really understand 2 states in the entire union: Alabama, and I cannot believe this is coming out of my mouth, but Texas. Texas, and you know. The world has come to a crappy state when Marty Rollins is saying Texas is leading the way in how things ought to be done. I do wish that our dearly departed friend, Pastor Rick Hope, was alive to hear that, because he'd probably spit his drink out. Casey, will you please stop looking at Jeff Gordon?
It's Jeff Gordon.
Y'all, look, I know y'all can't see this, but right now, as we speak, Casey is staring at Jeff Gordon
because I'm like
he was the Mona Lisa.
I'm like, wow. Does he like to see a fight? Because, you know, he always run from them at NASCAR.
Now, look, I seen Jeff Gordon get after it in one of his last fights. Now, he went after that little kid. Don't you remember that little kid?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
He going to run after him and punch him on the helmet. Jeff Gordon. Oh, Lord. Richard Lemire's talking about God bless Texas, baby. Well, look, that is the only way y'all have got anywhere. Look, I only say that. Let me tell you where the Texas thing comes from. When I was in the Navy, I was around a lot of Texans. Believe it or not, I think the state of Texas sends more people to the United States Navy than any other state in the Union. And I'm only basing that on every school I went to, every command I was ever at. They was Texans everywhere, all right? And I'm just going to pick a number. Say out of 50 Texans that I knew, only 2 of them wasn't assholes.
Wait.
That's not a curse word, Tina. It's an adjective.
It's a body part.
Not in this instance. It's just it's a slang term of endearment. All right, look, I didn't like him. How about that? You happy with that? Stop looking like.
Oh, no, wait.
I was.
Is it time?
No, Casey, it's not.
No, I'm looking at it. Is it time? Come on now.
It's not time. You still got the men that see. Now they saying that everybody put a Twitter poll up. Everybody thought Tabiti was going to win the fight. Maybe that's how Jim. Man, look, our cousin Gail get mad because one, we was talking about California, her state, and two, we done talked about Jeff Gordon. See what California has done to her. Not only has she been brainwashed into living in that cultic place, but now she's all about some Jeff Gordon.
All right, Gail, I got two.
Has her Alabama roots not meant anything? We have failed, Casey.
I got 2 words for you, Gail. Junior.
That was pretty good. 2 words. That was good. Hey, maybe we should, in the meantime here, should we bring back the word of the day, the Southern word of the day while we're here?
Yeah, you got one?
Look, I do. I do got one. And I don't, you remember back during our Now Live days, we was known for saying a certain word.
Right.
And I don't mean the F word, although we were known for using that one quite liberally, the M word, right. And remember, just this week, our friend Jim and I were watching an interview that we had done with Julia Nunes, where we were trying to teach her how to speak Southern.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And, the M word was one of the words that we tried to teach her because it came out all wrong when she tried to say it. It didn't work. But it's been a very useful word, and I figure while we're waiting, on the fight, maybe we could, teach people, something. Maybe we should be a little educational. That's all I'm saying. We might need to expand our mind a little bit. You understand where I'm coming from? Shouldn't we?
Are you gonna play a blast from the past?
I may, if y'all agree that this is. Now Tina said that we can't play it. Well, we can teach you the word, but we,
It has a really, really bad word in it.
It does have a really, really, really bad word in it.
Yeah, we can't play that.
We can't play that. Man, I forgot just how horrible we were. We can teach the word though because it's not a curse word.
No, it is not.
It's a way to keep from cursing. The word of the day, because I'm going to use it a lot tonight while we're referring to Floyd Mayweather, is mammy rammer.
Mammy rammer.
Everybody say that with us. Mammy rammer. Now, what is a mammy rammer, you may ask? Well, sometimes you can't just drop the big one.
Nope.
The F word with the M in it,
Yeah.
Not if you're going to try to be Meemaw friendly, or like us, if you got to go to church tomorrow morning, they're going to say, I heard you say it's just like, he's like Shaft, he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. It ain't like that. So sometimes you gotta be original. So here in the South, we came up with mammy rammer. Like in traffic, I use that all the time. Somebody getting in the left-hand lane, and the speed limit 65, and this fool trying to do 50, I showed them traffic need to slow down anyway. You can lean your head out the window and yell, you mammy ramming some of my butch. See, that's 2 words I done taught people. Some of my butch.
Yeah.
Although that's not really ours. That's from Johnny Dangerously.
And just by the way, if y'all can't see the TV, if y'all are having to listen to this, now they got the 3 talking heads up there, all of them talking about is Conor going to win, is Floyd going to win, and ain't none of them making no sense.
Well, they're all saying that Floyd is going to win. I mean, there ain't no question about that. They, in their mind, this is a done deal for some reason. I
don't know, because they got Pat. They're talking to Pat Miletich, who is
even Miletich. I know, but even Miletich is. Is
he in the Mayweather camp?
Yes, he is in the Mayweather camp too.
Well, I would say I would go punch him, but he hits hard.
He does hit hard.
Okay, look, do either one of y'all have a prediction?
Yeah, Conor in 2 rounds.
Casey's saying Conor in 2.
Well, see, I've been saying Conor's going to knock him out in 2 rounds.
In 2 rounds. Tina and Casey both have Conor in 2.
going to be that or it's going to be 4, but I'm saying 2.
Oh man, I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a little bit more in depth. I'm gonna say if there is a knockout, it will come in the first 2 rounds. If Floyd Mayweather does what he said yesterday that he was going to do, which is meet Conor in the center of the ring and not take a step backwards, if Conor gets through, yeah, it'll be over in 2. I can promise you McGregor will be the one to knock him out. However, again, this is a fight. Anything can happen. Personally, I believe that Conor, if they engage, Conor is going to have him out within 2. But if Floyd was just, BSing and just talking out his behind, trying to, do a little misdirection,
then he's going to try and stretch the fight out.
I'm going to say Conor in 6.
Now, I'm not taking away from anybody because this is 2 warriors.
Absolutely.
Coming together in a ring, and I think this, to me, this is one of the reasons this is just so amazing. Because
also, hey, look, while we're here, look, hey, check it out. Pat Smith, look, my brother
it's
Pat.
Pat.
Hey, Larry Lawing. What's up,
we went
man?
to school. Larry Lawing. Man, look, thank y'all. Thank y'all for checking in. Hope y'all are having fun. Don't pay no attention to the other 2. They don't know what they're talking about.
We're not having no fun because there ain't no fighting going on right now.
We've been waiting on Floyd, and they've been putting up this bull. They've
been flapping their
feet, preliminary. Who cares about these undercards? What they getting paid? $35 and a half off at rallies? What?
And a hat. They get a hat.
And a Big
They
Mac.
did give them a hat. And a what?
And a Big Mac.
And probably like a Tomax watch. Remember when we worked at Talladega, Casey? And at Christmas they gave us Tomax watches. Talladega couldn't even afford Timex. Don't give us a Tomax.
We got a Tomax.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about now y'all ain't got no excuse on being late. What? You gave us a Tomax that was supposed to be waterproof. I sneezed on it and the thing quit working. Lord, a 12-round fight. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. But the dude's name is Badu Jack. Really? Somebody's mama did not like them very much at all.
Do you want to like go take a break? Because I don't think I can sit here and commentate through another love fest.
Well, they might not love one another. This may not be a I can't quit you fight. But, hey, look, I found a clip that I could play to go with our word of the day.
All right.
Every time they say Floyd Mayweather or Floyd Mayweather does something good, I can go.
Mammy rammer, mammy rammer, mammy rammer, mammy rammer, mammy rammer, mammy rammer.
How about that? Is that fair?
Okay.
That fair? Because it ain't got the other word in it that you won't let me play. Even though it's funny. Y'all just know if y'all want it. Look, Marty at honestanswerradio.com. Holler at me. I'll email it to you. As long as you don't go to church with us. Because if you go to church with us, I ain't falling for that. Y'all ain't going to be talking about me on Sunday. I'm just saying. But at one time, it was funny. Larry's in Houston. Larry, why are you in Houston? I appreciate that you're safe and okay and everything. Are you crazy? Why are you still in Houston?
We did go to school together, so
Are you on the only hill they got in Houston?
I mean,
glad you're safe, man.
Don't you just saying that to be polite?
Hey, look, I was
You
looking
ought to heard some of the things she was saying before we went on the air about you, man. I'm just saying. You
and
should have
God
heard.
don't like ugly. You know what? That's all right. You done been how many times struck by lightning? Keep on. Done dumped your drink? Go ahead.
You can't prove I got hit by lightning.
Anyway, what I was saying is our brother has checked in on Facebook and says that they are safe.
Our brother Dion?
So, yes.
Tell him I said shut up.
No.
I'm just saying. Hey, you know what? Actually, I forgot. I guess y'all can prove I got stuff by. Pat Smith, if you still listening there in the chat, you do probably remember that. If I remember right. That was back during the skateboarding days. Boy, that's something you don't live down.
No.
I mean, you of course, you being my wife and everything, got to do your wifely duties and be bringing up old stuff. I know I've tried to forget about it several times. But,
Well, you know, I'm here for you.
Go ahead, tell everybody how you found out about that, Tina. Go ahead, tell everybody.
Yeah, see, for those of you that do not know my wonderful husband, he doesn't like to tell a whole lot about himself, so we go to a doctor.
That's because nobody would believe me.
We go to a doctor's office, and the doctor comes in with his chart and goes, "So, Mr. Rollins, explain to me how someone gets struck by lightning 3 times." And I didn't mean to, but all I could do was go, "What?"
Well, look, how do you like, you know, it.
Well,
when
I'll
we was
tell you-
courting and sparking, was I supposed to be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, I got hit by lightning, right? I mean, that ain't
Well, no,
something.
that's-
What about this? I got my own story about Marty and the doctor coming in the room. I was with Marty at the hospital one time. He was having some issues, and they did this chest X-ray on him. So I think he had a bad cold, was worried about pneumonia or something. And the doctor come in there with an X-ray, all concerned and everything. Said, Mr. Rollins, did you know that you've got a bullet right next to your spine? Now, I want to know.
That's the medical community for you today, folks.
I mean,
Do
now,
you
where
know?
did Marty go? What? Somebody shot me in the back and I didn't even know about
You're
it.
kidding. Really?
I got shot.
Man, I wish somebody had told me about. You know, to this day, I'm like, I wish somebody had told me about that earlier, man. I might have could have worried about that a little bit. All right, we got the ring girls in the ring, and the old dude, the old cat. There he is. He's saying, "Whoo-hoo, this is the best part of my day," because otherwise I got to sit here and watch these two have a lovers quarrel. Ooh, look, okay, the
Badu Jack.
the Badu Jack is in
all
the
leather.
black. Yeah, in all leather.
And
Of course, he is with a
sparkly
name.
gold. Look, they're sparkly.
His name is Badu. All right. Well, of
and
course
his,
he.
and his
of course he
makeup
does.
his makeup is flawless.
And this other cat, I know his first name's Nathan. I'm sorry I told y'all I was terrible at this
Cleverly.
stuff. Cleverly. All right. Cleverly has a tattoo of what looks to be an angel on his back. That's original, I guess, maybe. All right. This is for all the marbles. This one's for a belt and a gift certificate to Long John Silver's for a 2-piece once a month. With your order of a large fry
And a hula hoop.
and a hula hoop with some click clacks.
And a tutu.
Even that boy's hat was leather. You know that you pimping when you like all in leather and like on his belly there it say Jack.
He acting like he's all hard and everything.
Well, and you know they gonna get in there and do the same thing. Oh, he just did the fist to the chest thing, the I'm hard signal. You know.
Yeah, but his pants are sparkly.
It really is hard to be
Well,
gangster when you got glitter everywhere.
wearing-
I'm just saying.
He's wearing the glitter makeup
I
too.
like it.
It's like you can't be gangster and drive one of them little smart cars. All right, you can't be gangster and step into the boxing ring
But at least
with glitter on your drawers.
Nathan Cleverly, he is from Cardiff,
He-
Wales.
Cardiff, Wales. So you know he got some fight in
He's
him.
got some sheep for sparring partners.
And probably prom date.
Oh,
I'm just saying. Don't be hating on Becky. She couldn't help that. She was a good Irish lass.
But now I got to root for the Welshman.
What's getting me is this is 12 rounds. I thought the first one being 10 rounds was bad enough, but this
Pray-
now we're back for 12
Well,
again.
maybe
Pray for a
these-
knockout.
well, maybe they'll hit each other and not run.
Watching
See?
this is making me want to hit myself.
Look at the sultry.
Ooh, the stare down, boy.
That's some sultry looking right
it's,
there.
It's
That's
steamy, boy. Like,
Well,
this
this is
over
why I
with,
like
boy.
MMA. They
It's
come
like,
in there and they try to beat the mess out of each
Gonna
other.
try to
and
give each
there's,
other a
You got a
violent,
nice chest.
like,
Do
and
you work out?
blood and stuff. I
gonna
ain't
try to
seen
give
no
each
blood
other a
yet.
violent fisting.
Uh,
I'm
what?
sorry. I'm sorry. I saw a meme.
No,
It
we
was
talked
funny.
about this.
I'm sorry. Look, I didn't ever. Neither one of them words
Now
was a curse
look,
word.
they hitting each other. They hitting each other for
All right,
real.
they did come out cleverly. The Welshman, he's coming on strong, but the brother got some swing in his game too.
But
Ooh,
they're not
the Welshman got a
connecting.
poke in the mush. He poking him in the mush again.
The Welshman's
Jack goes low.
tattoo is rippling.
Badu, I don't even want to say his name. Badu keeps wanting to go low. He goes, I see. He's got this thing where he's got a left jab, and then he goes with a right to the kidneys. And all right. Badu is working a jab right now, and cleverly he's slapping him every once in a while. He started out doing good, but that's the Welsh. Come on, I don't know.
He's saying, but there's no wool. He ain't got no wool.
I'm telling you what. I don't know how in the world they make so much money off of boxing when this is what you get. Man,
Hey, look, this
and these
fight's
people
better
make
than
fun
the
of
last
MMA.
one.
They make fun of the UFC. Like these boxing aficionados, they make fun of the UFC and use
But now
words
look, I
like
gotta tell you,
barbaric.
I gotta tell you now. Look, you see,
Ooh, they swinging and hitting each other in the mush now.
you
That's
see
pretty good.
Cleverly's shorts. He's wearing the all gold shorts, but he's got gold boots on, so it's like boots matches his shorts. Now I know something about Cleverly now that I didn't know before this match started.
Ooh, well, look, after watching the weight. Oh, now look, I just saw Badu take a poke below the belt and hit Cleverly right in the cup. Referee didn't do nothing. I saw that. It's a good thing he was wearing his cup. You remember that bit that a guy on the Rodney Dangerfield special used to do, about football in my life. And you get to the part about wearing the cup, and you're like, and can't nothing happen to you when you're wearing your cup. See, watch. Well, I ain't got my cup on, and my testaments is up in my totem pad. Do you remember that? Was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good bit. That was good comedy.
We could
You probably
play
couldn't
that
do
right
that
now,
today because that was actually funny
No,
comedy.
we could
Now
do
we
that
got-
today, but Tina's in here with us, and she'd be doing all that. Y'all can't keep doing that because we got to go change your mind.
Now we got like Amy Schumer and Sarah Silverman.
Oh, speaking of Amy Schumer, I'm glad you brought this up. This is something we couldn't talk that we can't usually cover. Have you heard that this heifer is complaining because she is not making the same amount of money? Netflix is not paying her the same amount of money for her comedy special that they paid Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
Chris
But
Rock
see,
and Dave Chappelle are talented.
Are
though.
funny. They're funny. They
They've
make
been
people
doing
laugh.
it for like 30 years. Both of them were making a comeback. Like both men had not done comedy for like 8 years. Both of them, right? They had not done stand-up. And their Netflix specials were very, very, very well received. Millions and millions upon millions of views. Whereas Amy Schumer's caused the rating systems on Netflix to be changed because she complained about too many dislikes or 1-star ratings.
Because
And
she ain't funny.
Yeah, man, that ought to be something that you'd have to do for punishment, right? It's like if you
Well,
mess
that's
up,
what they
you
do.
have
That's
to,
what Donald Trump. Look, Donald Trump done said that's what they gonna do
All
down
right,
in Guantanamo.
foul.
It ain't foul. This ain't politics.
You
he
brought
said
the-
that's what they gonna do down in Guantanamo Bay.
Okay, I'll
You
let
get
that
you
go.
get sent to Guantanamo. You got to watch Amy Schumer's Netflix special over and over and over again. We ain't gonna have no. In 5 years, there ain't gonna be no more terrorism.
You remember Al Bundy, when he got mad at his friend, he locked him in that little room and made him watch, what was that, Dr. Quinn, the medicine woman?
Oh, man. Well, that's another one that I don't think I could watch. Gail says she don't like it when she wears them yoga pants. Look, Amy Schumer, I know that I'm probably going to catch
You mean
flack
the yoga
for this.
tent?
Look, I'm going to catch flack for this, all right? But, ladies, I'm speaking as a man here. Now, I may be a married man, but at one time I was not a married man. And there are certain things that us men, we don't want to see. Them kind of yoga pants that y'all walk around, and you should not ever refer to them as pants. Those are not pants, all right?
Well, I just want to tell.
Don't nobody want to see that. That these women walking around, these big girls, look, big girls, y'all know you big. If you wearing a yoga pants and a shirt that when you lift your arms, people can see your belly button, girl, you know you're wrong. Quit doing that.
Well, the thing is Gail, don't, since Amy Schumer ain't making the same kind of money that Chris Rock made, she had to get her yoga pants when Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey went out went out of business, she had to go and buy some of their tent to get her yoga pants.
Do you
All
know she spends her entire show talking about her
Her hoo-hoo.
and trying? Well, it's hoo-hoo. Yeah, that's a good word because it's not a ha-ha and it ain't a ho-ho because those sound too much like joyful noises. And like that movie that she just did with Goldie Hawn.
She did a movie with Goldie Hawn.
Yep, it was called Snatched. Right, it was about a mother and daughter that go on like vacation to South America or something and get kidnapped and all. You know, it like turned into a nightmare and everything.
So it was a documentary?
Well, no, because they both survived. But there was mostly Amy Schumer jokes about her, you know.
Her lady bits.
Yeah.
And we don't want to know about her lady bits. And this boxing match, by the way,
although I will
still
say
going
that
on.
talking about Amy Schumer is more interesting than this boxing match because they still just, you know, it's. I'll give them this. They are hitting each other more than the other two were, but it's still an even fight as far as I'm concerned. Ain't neither one of them doing, you know, anything that the other one's not.
Yeah, but see, this fight is more bitter because cleverly he wants a career. And the other fella, Badu Jack, says, no, you're going to stay at home and take care of the kids like a good little woman.
No.
And so there's some bitterness there.
Is that what that is?
There's
They can't both have careers.
it's some serious issues going on here, man.
We know that's a common problem in today. Oh, there's Connor. You want to know what Connor was going to look like today
look at
in
that
a suit?
suit.
Look at
that.
that suit. That is an August McGregor. I wonder if it's the FU suit.
I don't know. It's plaid. It's a very, very, very subtle plaid.
Look at him
But
strutting in there.
he's
Got D. Devlin and his son with him.
He's got his purple tie. He's chewing his gator gum.
I'll tell you one thing. Conor McGregor has at least brought some fashion into the UFC. He ain't all these T-shirt wearing. You know, he believes in dressing for success. Man, that's a nice suit.
His pocket handkerchief is properly fluted.
He
just
has
like
a pocket handkerchief, man.
Just like, what's his name on Are You Being Served, Colonel?
Captain Peacock.
Captain Peacock.
Very good, Tina.
Just
All
like
right.
just
Score
like
one for
Captain
Tina.
Peacock said, it's got to be properly fluted.
No, you know who's bad. That's Connor's woman.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
tell you what.
I admire her now.
She's got to look. She's an Irish woman, so we all know she's a strong woman.
Well, she stood by her man from welfare to where they are now. No matter what, she had his back.
Man, just think.
That's awesome.
5 years ago, Conor McGregor was on welfare, and today, August 25th, 2017, he has walked into the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, wearing a $10,000 suit.
And could go out after this match, if he wants to, and say, you know what, I like that Maserati.
He's going to be...
I'll take two.
He's going to be 100 millionaire. Now, granted, taxes are going to eat
say
him
50
up.
gonna go back to the government.
Well,
Still.
now look. I wonder does he pay the taxes here? Does he pay the taxes there, or does he pay the taxes both places?
I don't know.
Because that would suck.
Well, maybe they pay you taxes on it before they give it to them.
But for $100 million, who cares? It don't matter.
Right.
His family is financially secure for a very long time, provided he keeps doing these intelligent things with his money that he's been doing. For instance, the suit that he is wearing is his own line of suits. He now has a partnership with August, where it's his own line. It's a collaboration.
He has invested money wisely. And the people who work for him get paid.
Man, look, he is a testament to hard work. When you can come into the United States with nothing and work where, look, it's unbelievable.
5 years.
How much work he's had to put into becoming the Conor McGregor that we all know.
He's a job creator.
Oh,
because he's
yeah.
got to have a lot of people working
yeah.
for him, keeping his schedule straight and all that kind of stuff. He's got his own gym.
Yeah.
What, Tina?
What was that story you was telling me about? That kid hung that banner out.
Oh yeah, during his when he was going to fight, it was either Chad Mendez or I think it was when he was going to fight Nate Diaz the first time. Either way, he was out running. You know, he was in Las Vegas training, and he was out running one morning, and he looked and he seen on this apartment complex balcony a Conor McGregor flag. So he made a mental note of that, and after he had got through running and went and did his training for the day, he had his driver on the way home stop at that guy's house and brought him like all of this memorabilia and like a pair of gloves signed and everything, just popped into the dude's house. Because at that point, Conor was, you know, he had a lot of people. He's always had people doubting him. And that was like, for him, it was that guy was showing him some love. So he showed that guy some love. And man, that guy, look at the video on YouTube. That guy gets like, he practically gets weepy because he so had that Conor McGregor made his flipping lifetime.
Yeah.
Tina and I saw something today where an Irish kid had cancer and went through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You know, all he wanted was a phone call from Conor McGregor. So McGregor made a phone call. Well, you know, the kid passed away, unfortunately, before
the
Conor
fight.
could. He had made during the phone call. He had said, you know, he was going to win the belt, and he was when he got back to Dublin. You know, he was going to take it straight to that kid, and they were going to hold it up together. And the poor little kid passed away, unfortunately. But during the interview that Tina and I were watching, and it was an ESPN interview, you could really see the humanity in Conor there. He was shook. I mean, he couldn't hardly even talk about this kid.
Well, he couldn't
without
take
getting
his
choked
sunglasses
up.
off.
Yeah,
I mean
it really there's so many people out there that can't stand him because he talks a lot of smack. It's the fight game. That's what you do.
Well, see,
the people that don't understand smack talking, well, they well,
look,
they're part of the reason that this country's in the mess we in right now.
Look at it this way: the people that don't smack talk like that, how many of them fights did you know about?
Right.
Now, how many people know when Conor gonna fight?
And what's the concept of total war? If you're gonna
Bingo.
go fight somebody, you go and you try to get in his head.
Auto war.
Try, you know, and you know, before there's you can win the fight before you even get in the ring if you do it right.
Well, according to Sun Tzu, the war is won before you ever go out there.
If you do it right.
That's right. Look,
And
Conor has a
Conor
different
McGregor,
approach to the art of combat than most of the other fighters because they get a particular discipline. Conor says, you know, he doesn't study any particular martial arts. He studies movement.
He calls himself a student of human movement.
Uh-huh.
And so he watches how other people are moving. Obviously, the man has watched some Bruce Lee.
You remember they made fun of him for having a movement coach. The guy's name is Ido Portal.
Right.
And they made fun of him during when he was going to fight Jose Aldo.
Yeah. And he
Capoeira.
And well, the guy was like,
something.
he's got these weird training methods, right? Where they do everything in slow motion.
Right.
But it's all about muscle memory and things like that. You know, Conor tried explaining to people, you know, while they laughing and making fun of him. He was trying to explain to them the concept behind it all. And I remember, like, leading up to that fight. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm busting in. The Welshman is cut. He is cut up, and that's it. TKO. Thank you, Lord. This fight is over with. Badu Jack is the winner.
Oh.
Or wait, was that just the end of the round?
I don't know.
I hope it was a TKO.
The end of the round.
Just the end of the round. Well, it looked like
I thought you had to, like, you know, not be moving and stuff.
Really,
for
don't you got to be
TKO.
defending yourself? Because look at his face. That nose is broke. There ain't no defending in itself. Now they showing how he did it. Oh, he's holding his hand now. That's sweet. Oh, that was a left to the jaw. That had
That
to sting a
rocked
little
him.
bit. Yeah, he gonna be
he's
eating
kinda
soup.
out.
Look at
Look,
him.
he was out a
He
little
was.
bit.
He was
He
out
went
on his
to
feet right
sleep.
there. Ooh, and now there's uppercut combinations. Oh,
That was the beam.
across to the
That-
to the
Yeah, he
nose.
ain't
It's
home.
broken. That's
Lights
it.
out.
Oh my goodness, that nose broke.
Right there.
That hurt.
Ref, you
That hurt.
gotta stop the fight, man.
Wait a minute. There they go. Nope, they didn't stop
didn't
it.
stop the
Round
fight.
five.
It was just round 5. Oh, the humanity. Hit him in the nose again. Let's get to. I tell you one thing.
Get this over
Cleverly
with.
is keeping his keeping his head down. Oh, and he shouldn't because he's eating uppercut after uppercut, and bleeding. Oh, they bleeding again.
Look,
Boom, boom,
Cleverly
boom.
has got a concussion
Defend
right
yourself,
now.
Okay,
man.
now
He
wait.
ain't- he
This
ain't-
is
he
actually
ain't in
good
his
boxing.
head.
This is actually
Yeah.
good boxing.
Ooh, he's going head body, head
There
body,
you go.
head body. Ooh, if that uppercut had a connected, good lord. All right,
Well,
now
at least
Cleverly's
his
trying to
jab was
jab his
fast.
way out, but it ain't really working. Trying a few uppercuts, but they're whiffing.
Combo was nice.
Woo! Badu just throwed on whiffer, and jab, jab, jab.
That was 4
Goodness.
right in the nose on Cleverly.
That nose is getting a workout. I'm
I think
telling you.
Badu said, and you will have dinner
Yep.
ready when I come home.
I tell you one thing, Badu Jack he is definitely. It looks like he is going to be coming out on top of this one unless Cleverly gets really, really lucky. But it's going to be hard because right now he keeps hitting Jack on the end of his fist with his nose.
Yeah.
I've
Jack
done
don't
seen
even
him
look
do
tired.
that. Whoa! Oh, look at that! Look.
That could have been strategy on
Cleverly hit. Cleverly used his jaw to hurt Jack's fist. Oh, and he
Repeatedly.
keeps doing it.
See, this
He's
is
just
Oh,
bouncing.
bobbing it. That was an elbow. I seen that. I seen that.
A lot of
And
blood.
he was on the ropes for a minute there, just taking it.
Look,
and
man.
by I mean Cleverly. Cleverly was on the ropes taking. He's back on the ropes, and Jack is just punching and punching and punching. At least this one seems to be a fight, although it's not. It's not the fight that we
there's
wanted
still
to see.
some Macarena being thrown around. in
Yeah,
there,
but at
you
least
know.
they ain't hugging on one another. They at least, throwing them things. I at least want to see some hands being thrown in all this. Goodness
they
gracious.
gotta-
All right, and Jack is just teeing off on him. He just looked at the ref
yeah,
like, are you
like,
going
are
to
you-
stop this?
The ref ought to
I think
stop.
I mean,
feeling
really,
bad.
this is
Kid's not fighting back. Cleverly
No,
is not
there's-
fighting
That
back.
is not an intelligent defense.
No.
Every time, I mean, this is, oh my goodness. This is getting
in
to be embarrassing.
MMA, they would have stopped the fight.
Yeah.
That's why we say that the MMA sport is a lot safer. If this keeps up, Cleverly is going to be stuttering before the weekend is over. Even one of the judges is leaning over right now, trying to get a good look, and she's looking. Man, I'm telling you, Jack is teeing off on Cleverly. The ref stepped in. That's finally with 12 seconds left in the
Look,
fifth
Jack
round.
had that fight won a
Like
long
what?
time
A
ago.
minute and a half ago.
At least, man, Cleverly.
The ref-
Wow, bless his heart. He took a lot of punishment.
Because the sheep don't hit that hard.
See, and everybody, I kept hearing today a lot of the boxing analysts when they're talking about the differences in striking in MMA and striking in boxing and how important head movement was.
Right.
I was just watching Cleverly utilize every bit of head movement that he possibly could.
Unfortunately, he moved his head right into
Every time.
Badu's fist.
And
He
look
kept
at
hitting Jack
His
right in the
face
fist
looks-
with his jaw.
And I think it was part of his strategy, but it just didn't work. It wasn't
didn't.
good. It was not
didn't.
good strategy.
I think he should have wrestled a little more. Wait, wrong sport. But the good news is that's 2 down, and what do we got?
2 to go.
2 more to go.
And then we get the fight.
I'm gonna get it now. Ain't it weird how like I'm more mad that I paid $100
for this.
because I'm having to watch the preliminaries. I think if you're gonna pay $100 for something like this, you shouldn't have to watch this bull. We should be able to watch.
I will say that last round there, that was a real good boxing match. It's the kind that you see in the Olympics.
You know,
See,
you
the
be such a
Olympics
woman
is-
sometimes. You always got to be saying something positive.
Well, the Olympics is the only place where you see good boxing anymore, because I guess it counts because they want a professional career, so they go out there and they actually hit people.
That's true.
Then they get professional and they get paid and they be like, what, I got to hit him?
I mean, you know, it was funny. Poor Cleverly he looks all like, oh, what? How can you look disappointed in the referee stepping in? You should have kissed that referee on the mouth,
Right?
and said thank you.
And gave him some tongue.
Really, they ought to be, man, you should have tipped the referee for that one because he saved your behind. These stats ain't even, look at the number of jabs. 12% landed by Cleverly to 31% by Jack. Both of them were even with power punches landed 45%. 82 of 409 other punches thrown by Cleverly. Not very clever. I'm just saying.
Well, like I said,
not very impressed with the showing of the Welch tonight.
Well, the sheep don't hit quite that hard.
Now, you know that's not true because you remember that time when we was kids and you snuck up on that sheep and you forgot to stand on the stump and never mind, my bad, that's a different story.
You ain't even supposed to be going there.
I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk about that. The stump training is not, we talking about boxing.
No.
That was my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Lemire says we got 2 more matches before the popcorn machine is empty. I'm telling you, man, this is. And now they gonna talk to him too. Look, we don't want y'all talking to Jim Grace. Shut up! Don't nobody want to hear you talking to this fool. It was a butt whooping, and he won, and that's it. Get him out the way. Get him out the way. Let's get this show on the road. Somebody mop up the ring where it cleverly bled all over it, and let's go. Of course, you know in the UFC they don't do that.
No.
They just blood
No.
everywhere. They leave it there. Be like, all right, don't let this happen to you.
That's one reason why we like MMA.
Right. All right, look, I'm putting this on you and Casey for a minute. Y'all gonna have to work it out. I'm sorry, but you know we ain't done this in a long time, and I think I drank too much coffee. So I'll be right back. But Casey and Tina, I promise, they're gonna keep y'all entertained, but don't believe nothing they say.
Just wait till he's almost out of the room.
I know.
I'm taking the lighter with me.
But I'm telling y'all, me and Tina, we both are the same mind here.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this, Tina. I'm
Yeah.
tired of watching these men dance around the ring with their big old fat gloves, acting like they're doing something violent.
I don't get it.
I wanted to see violence tonight. Did you want to see violence tonight?
Yeah. Now, I mean, that one came closer than the last one. There was at least, a decent amount of blood and everything. I didn't agree with how long they let it go on, but, come on.
But see, Tina goes to work every day. And sometimes she comes home and she's so mad because some of her coworkers just can't do right. And so this build up to the fight, she's ready to see some people get hit in the face.
Y'all just don't know. Look, it's a good thing that I was saved, okay? I mean, that's all I'm saying, because we going to have to get a punching bag around here or something. They need to come on with this fight.
Well, we could probably come up with a punching bag, except Marty always takes exception to that when we start beating on him.
Just a little bit.
Hunter's kind of big. He could soak it up, but Hunter ain't here.
No.
He's watching this, and y'all, and Hunter Rollins, if you ain't listening to this commentary, oh, sonny boy, there's gonna be some things said to you tomorrow. I'm just saying.
Well,
because that's Marty's son, Hunter. In case some of y'all don't know, that's Marty's son, and he's over at a friend's house tonight, and they were supposed to be listening to our commentary. Of course, now I couldn't say. I would not blame them if at this point they was out getting pizza or something to skip this dancing and stuff that we're seeing around.
Yeah.
But when the fight rolls around, Hunter Rollins, I'm just saying, you better be tuned in or else.
oh my goodness.
Because this is now here's another couple of people. No, that's
Badu
still
Jack.
He's walking
Yeah.
off. Why they got to show them walking away from the ring? This is wasting some time.
Well, maybe they having a hard time getting the next people ready.
Well, the makeup takes a little bit. You know, they got to get a good makeup artist to get in there to get the blush just right and get that lip liner, on their lips,
Some
all lined
eyeliner.
up and everything. Yeah, because eyeliner's tough. But Marty, they showed them walking off. Why are they
Ow,
showing
I just
people
hit
walking
myself.
off?
Who was walking off?
The people that just fought. Why are they showing them walking off? We don't want to see them walking off.
Well, at least now they're showing some Connor footage finally.
Yeah, because it's a Showtime. I don't like the way Showtime does this stuff.
Well,
man.
Floyd's their boy. I mean, you got to understand,
Sox.
Showtime is a boxing. They are the boxing network. So to them, Connor's just like they don't really care nothing about that. But I'm glad they're showing some Connor highlights, man. That's good to see.
They're showing some of his nice suits he's wearing.
And they get, people get so mad at him because he shows up everywhere in expensive cars and everything, like he's being all irresponsible. Have they not been paying attention to Floyd Mayweather all these years?
Well,
Wearing more gold around his neck. You remember that movie, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Uh-huh.
Somebody over-golded. Mayweather's going to over-gold one of these days. He's going to OG.
Look, I have been waiting on Floyd Mayweather to walk in with some of them fish tank shoes.
Yeah, with the goldfish swimming around in the hills.
I'm sorry, Mr. Teeth is the only one that can wear a whole bunch of gold.
That's right.
And
That's
it'll be
right.
okay.
Has Marty got his green sundress on for the fight? That's a personal question to ask, but now that you mention it, yes, I do. Thank you very much.
It's blue.
It's teal.
And, well, if you wear yellow sunglasses, it's green.
But he's wearing it's teal. It's a little off the shoulder number, and he's got a pair of Jimmy Choos on his feet right now, and them hose that's got the seam up the back. Because that's what Tina likes to see him in. She likes that seam.
She does. She likes the
hose.
ripped hose that I wear. Well, actually, now I did that somewhere on the internet. I believe there's still a video of me wearing Tina's Hooters outfit that I had to. I forget.
Well,
I
tell
forget
them,
what the
Sock.
bet was, but either way.
He stretched it out too.
Come here, Socks. Look,
And well,
here's
I
the
couldn't help it.
microphone.
I couldn't help it. I
Tell
can't
them
help.
who-
I can't
who
help.
you
I have a
picking.
big old butt.
Huh? Who you picking for the fight, little Socks? Now you don't want to talk. You just want to purr.
You didn't ask the right question. You should have said, "Are you hungry, baby?"
Yeah, Socks, are you hungry? Could you eat?
Yeah. See, she ain't got nothing to say now.
She ain't got nothing to say now if the microphone's in her
If
face.
it was 2:00 in the dang morning, I bet you she'd be having plenty to say.
Mm.
I messed up and took the lighter with me, and now I can't find it. I need it.
Now, what's this thing with Connor and chewing gum? Is that gator gum he's chewing?
No, man, that's like it's a way of burning nervous energy, man. And it gives him, clean, fresh breath. He got to talk to people a lot.
At least they're
And he
taping
got to
it.
he screams in Floyd's face every time they get around each other.
Yeah.
So he don't want to. He's already going to hit Floyd with his fist. He don't want to hit him with halitosis too.
But at least they're showing him getting dressed. They was just now showing Connor getting his hands taped up.
Mm-hmm. Floyd
put the
putting
gloves
his boots
on.
on.
Which ain't that like something unusual for an MMA fighter? Because I don't believe they tape up their hands before they put their 4-ounce gloves on, do they?
To a certain extent, yeah. 'Cause,
Over the knuckles.
Yeah. Man, if you hit some, sometimes even though they wear a mouth guard, sometimes you still can cut your knuckle, if they ain't taped up right on somebody's mouth, and you want to talk about an infection. And that's the worst place that you can cut yourself.
Well,
is on a human too.
The human mouth is filthy. Just watch Bill Maher one night.
Who was?
So just watch Bill Maher.
Oh,
Real
right.
Time on HBO where he cusses like a sailor, and that's supposed to be funny.
Do I have to? I don't want to watch Bill Maher ever. Now they're showing young Floyd. Now I will give it to Floyd. Boxing has been all he's ever known,
His whole life.
which is what's going to really make it bad if he loses his fight.
I hope.
Because there's a reason he's supposed to be the master at his game, because he's been literally boxing since he was 8 years old.
Oh, both of those men are legends in their own area of sport.
It's just that Connor's such a young feller. Was he's 25, 27?
28.
28?
28 years old. Yep.
And has accomplished more at age 28 than a lot of people have at 45.
Man, there's people that will work their entire life and never accomplish this much. It really is, it sounds corny, but if you want something bad enough in this country, and that by bad enough, I mean you're willing to do whatever it takes and do it every day, you really can. You could do the same thing that Conor McGregor is doing right now and that Floyd Mayweather is doing right now.
But very few people reach success in this country without working hard. That's something you can't take away from Floyd Mayweather because he has worked hard. He has definitely put the work in and paid his dues to get to be at the top of his game.
Well, he's also said that when this one's over with, look, don't there is not a rematch clause in this contract, and that's usually pretty standard in this sport. But I believe it was about 3 weeks ago, Floyd was on ESPN, and he said that about halfway through the training cycle, he started asking himself, what the hell am I doing? I'm 40 years old. This sucks. Training, we heard, Tina and I was listening to how they were training to cut weight, like how Conor has to cut weight. He lost 8 pounds in one day.
Yep.
8 pounds by no water intake and no carbs at all.
Well,
he was so dehydrated when he weighed in yesterday, it wasn't even funny, man.
Well, look, I can actually speak to that because I was a lousy wrestler in high school. I was a lot better at counting the lights in the gym
87
than I was as a wrestler. But
I dog farted. It is
one time I had to cut weight and I lost 8 pounds in an hour. By wearing, you remember them plastic sweats that we used to wear when we was trying to cut weight?
The rubber suits that look like aluminum foil?
You'd wear about 4 pairs of sweatpants and 4 sweatshirts, and then you'd put that rubber suit up on top of it and lose all that and run around the gym. Around the gym. Around and around and around and around the gym and spit to get the water loss.
And when that didn't work, you took X-Lax.
Yep. And I have definitely gone through the weight cutting to make a match that was even an exhibition match. It wasn't even a varsity, man. It was an exhibition match. But I used to could go from 112 down to 105 and all that. And I lost 8 pounds in an hour.
See, I never had that problem. That was never anything that I ever went through with wrestling, like where I had to lose weight to make weight. I usually had to, do something to keep the weight on. When I started, we'll start in the 7th grade. The wrestling weight classes started at 98 pounds. Well, first of all, I wasn't even close to 98 pounds when I was in the 7th grade. Not even soaking wet with four full suits on. I couldn't have made 98 pounds. But even if I did, the young man that wrestled at the 98-pound weight class never, ever, 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 ever in his entire high school career ever lost a match, ever. So 98 pounds was not something I could achieve. So I figured, I could shoot for 112. So once I got remember one summer,
105.
I gained 30 pounds one summer. Somehow just started growing.
Eating and eating.
But I ended up, starting out at 112. By the time I got out of high school, I weighed 140 pounds, soaking wet. I ain't never had to worry about losing weight until I got to be about 40.
And now you're fat.
Now I weigh more now than I don't weigh more now than I've ever weighed.
He weighs more than I do.
Thanks to a prostate infection, I have lost down to 173 pounds from 180 pounds, or 183 pounds. So that's 10 pounds. Prostate infection did me good.
And in the meantime, my weight has held steady at 161.4 for about the last 4 weeks, and I eat everything I want to. Because, you know why? Because I'm pretty.
You are pretty. I'll say that you're flipping beautiful, man. At least, hey, we got in the chat. Richard Lemire wants to know if he's got time to smoke a brisket before the big match. You know what, Rich? I think you do. I don't know where you're gonna get papers that big, and I don't know how you're gonna keep it lit. But man, smoke whatever you want to. That's unusual, though.
You gonna smoke a biscuit?
No, a brisket.
Oh, brisket.
Yeah. I don't know how you keep that lid on the end. I mean,
you got to have a big hot lighter.
It's got to be really hard to pull through.
But hey, man, smoke what? If you got them, smoke them. I'm just saying.
Well, if you're having to suffer through the fight preliminaries, either from us or on Showtime, I'm sure people's wanting to smoke something by now.
At this point, especially since things are dragging so bad, I do have to say, thank y'all who are tuning in to this show.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for hanging in there. There are people like Richard out there who never, ever, ever miss a show. I think Richard missed one show in the last 7 or 8 years, I think.
And we ain't because
he used to have to travel to the VA, and I think that's like the only, either that or his power was out or something because of a storm, But
it was because of hookers, Don't.
I'm just telling you what he said. We know that we might not have suspicions about the truth there, but either way, he just doesn't miss a show. There's several people out there like that. Y'all, we appreciate it. You have no idea how much we appreciate that y'all come out and you listen to this. Me and Marty just rattle on sometimes about stuff that don't even make no darn sense. And,
I know that's hard to believe, ain't it?
And we really do appreciate it. There are people who follow us on Facebook who knew us from our Now Live days, from 2007, who still listen to the show, who
on purpose, I might add.
When they miss it live, they download it so they can hear it whenever they get ready. You just don't know how many people I give a shout out to Lori Hutchison, I'm gonna call her Sapphire because that was her name that we called her on Sapphire, and that's how I always think of her.
Leanne Casey.
Yes, her name is Leanne, but we know her as Saffy.
Okay.
She was our Saffy.
And just like in the Now Live days, for those of you just tuning in, don't forget you can look us up as Honest Answer on Skype and call in and talk to us for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking.
But don't nobody want to talk to us.
No, really, I don't even want to talk to us. I'm just saying.
But me and Marty have, and if you like what we're doing tonight, please let us know on Facebook or through our email, Casey@honestanswerradio.com, Marty@honestanswerradio.com, Tina@honestanswerradio.com. Let us know because we're having fun. Well, we will be having fun when we actually get to see a real fight.
And Casey's lonely.
And I'm lonely.
He needs somebody to talk to.
I need coffee.
I'm so lonely.
Casey's lonely and Tina needs coffee. That ought to tell you how things are going right about now.
But we appreciate y'all that do listen to us. But give us some feedback on this and see if you would like to do something again. They said next time we'll be prepared and we'll know whether we got a bunch of undercard fights to go through or not. We got a good response the last time when we did election night coverage. Because we had fun then, because we didn't even really talk that much about what was going on in the election.
Right.
We talked about a lot of other stuff, whatever was on our minds. if you have a suggestion for what you would like to see us do a live event for, let us know, because sometimes we're not as creative as you think we are, and we could use some suggestions like that. So if there's an event going live that you want to hear us commentate on, just let us know, and we'll see what we can do if it fits into our schedule. As in, because Marty has beauty appointments he has to go to a lot.
I do.
And
I do.
But if it's something live that's going to be going on in the evening, and you want to hear us commentate on it, feel free. There's been times I've wanted to do some political stuff on the State of the Union addresses, but try to keep that sort of thing to a minimum, because we don't drink no more. We used to drink in our bad old days, and we don't drink no more. And to commentate on the State of the Union address, we'd both have to get drunker than Cooter Brown.
You ain't lying. What a depressing prospect. I'm seeing John Jones, I think, walking into the building.
John Bones Jones?
Who just lost his...
Oh, my Lord, look.
There's Ozzy and Sharon, man. Oh, wow. You think Ozzy will remember this tomorrow?
Well, probably not. Remember that time he got so drunk he forgot he was married and took the girl back to the hotel
Jamie
room
Foxx?
with Sharon?
He's like, Sharon, why are those men hitting one another, Sharon? There's Tito Ortiz, you big old poof. Don't nobody like you. Sit down. Somebody just get off him. I can't stand
I like
him.
Jenna Jameson better than I like Tito Ortiz,
Well,
and that's getting pretty down there, man.
Well, that's actually what got Jenna Jameson famous, was getting down there. My bad. I'm sorry.
We said we wasn't going to go there. Said we wasn't going to go there.
Well, she went down.
And now here's some guy who I don't even know wearing some kind of red silk shirt.
What in the world is that? Why is that fashionable? Who made that? Now see, that's more. I'm liking the suits that I'm seeing, but I don't know. A lot of celebrities showing up for this one. You know that, though. You know there was going to be celebrities everywhere.
And they don't give a darn about the fight. It's just, there's going to be a camera there. I got to get there.
Now, yeah. Now you're getting it. I got to
be relevant.
Oh, God. Did you tell me you just didn't say the relevant word? I hate that word.
Well,
relevant.
that's what they think. That's what
relevant.
they think. I'm relevant. I got to be relevant.
I don't think I've ever...
They got to be in church. That's what they got to be.
Have I ever been relevant? I mean, is that something that you... Do you got to get a shot for that?
Well, you can't afford relevant, man. That's expensive.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do.
Can I get relevant with my net spin card?
I think you can.
I don't think I got enough money on there for relevant.
I think you can. I'm not sure. I tell you what I am going to do, though. Whoa, Angel, you better watch our dog. I think we just scared our own dog here.
She don't want... Now, now we got to talk about the dog for just a second. This is Angel, one of the best dogs that ever drew breath in her life.
She's precious.
And she's a husky. All her life, she has stayed outside. Did not want to come inside because it was too hot. Or if it's cold outside, Angel wants to be outside. But now, it's in Alabama, it's too hot for Angel. She's like, no, I ain't going outside. I'll go pee, but I am not going to stay out there. I'm going to stay in this house where the air conditioning is.
Yeah, she ain't stupid. She, the Huskies are they are the smartest breed, in my opinion. But there's a reason for that. She ain't stupid. She says she ain't going out there. It's hot. It's hot out there.
Okay, now look, they just showed a picture of Connor. He's already got his shirt off now and got his boxing trunks on.
See, that's how you know he
means
means
drinking
it.
water, so they better be... Oh, no.
Oh, Gervonta Davis versus Francisco Fonseca. And it's another 12-rounder. This is for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship. Gervonta Davis is one of Floyd Mayweather's proteges. He trains in Floyd's gym. He is trained by Floyd.
And what is this deal? Look at him. He is sitting there. He's wearing a jacket with a hood on it and a cap. What is this? You either wear the hood or you wear the cap. Why are you wearing both?
Yeah, there's so much I don't understand.
Our grandmother would have had something to say about that.
Yeah, but
never
you
could-
said we can't say that them kind of words on this broadcast.
Well, she never could stand to see a man wearing like suspenders and a belt.
Well, that's kind of stupid.
Our grandmother did not like stupid at all.
Or redundant.
Well, look, I hate to do this. We're going to have to take another quick break. And no, it ain't because this time. It ain't because I got to go to the bathroom this time. It's just we're going to take a break. And but this time I'm going to give y'all like a musical interlude. Right? And keeping with the unusual. And since, I think the title of this song and the chorus of this song is, well, pretty much it's this fight. The name of the song I'm going to leave y'all with for a while is called Nevermind. And that's about how I feel about this particular preliminary bout between these two preliminary dipwads. So we will be back in about, 3 minutes, something like that. So here you go. Listen to this for a minute.
With a slight limp, it's not a G thing, bruv, I've done my ankle in. A bit thrown like the dice in the I Ching. I'm not sleeping well, my head is tangling. I need an aspirin, bruv, I need a Saturday. A cup of tea to drink, possibly a Jaffa cake. Or just an evening alone about a manic day. It's been an age since I was chilled enough to master baby. Come here, I love you, you're my stinky tits. You can help me with my problem, come to think of it. Rinky dink, sugar plum, twinkle click. Didn't mean stinky tits, sorry, I've been a dick. Sorry, that was worse than dreadful. It's my stress levels, it's my work schedule. But my desk head full of words, unsettled, unearthed, I'm dizzy, I'm ineffectual. But like, never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your dance, cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your dance, cause it's a very, very short life. On me and blue arse. Kid returned pages till he got to the roof arse. Hit the curves naked with a sock on his doodah. A wonderful night for a moon dance. Cherubim serenade us on a sketchily tuned harp. Venus plays a bass string strung between two stars. Jesus levitates on a fungus of blue hearts. And Sarah Palin's abducted in Utah. Pardon? I said welcome to the Terror Dome. Never give acid to a man with a megaphone. He will get frantic and then he won't let it go. Have you ever seen a rapper's head explode? Hold up! And when the crowd dies, I hope that they've been entertained and found me useful. Like safety information on a train. Cause to be truthful, I crave just a little taste of fame. And then I realise ego is a waste of brains. So never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your plans. But it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your plans. That's a very, very short life. Back in the room, Noel. Mr. Coward is reaching climax. Keep bringing it out. Come on, Fuju. Do that thing, Fuju. Come on, Fuju. Lay it down, Bellatrix. Never mind. It doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your dance. Cause it's a very, very let it show fly. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your time, 'cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is your time, darling, 'cause it's a very, very short life. Short life.
All right, I hope that wasn't too bad.
That was a big
That's,
moment for Buju and Noel.
This is one of
was
my
a meeting
favorite,
of- meeting
one of
of
my favorite
minds.
bands, Disraeli. They're no longer together, but that song always makes me laugh. I don't know why. It grows on you the more you listen to it. I tell you guys what. See, this is America. We live in a democracy. We have another 12-round bout in the preliminaries that I'm sure that we really don't want to see. But I'm going to offer you a choice. We can either continue on as we are right now, where we're just kind of shooting a bull, or I have an interview that we did when we were on terrestrial radio with our good friend John Lear from you might know him from 10 Items or Less. He was the original Geico caveman. He had a Quick Draw on Hulu, one of the most awesome shows ever to not be on network television, but it is on Hulu, and man, is it funny. And by the way, completely improv. Like there's like not a written script, there's an idea, and they go with it. It is hysterical. I can't recommend it enough.
Oh, you fall in love with every character.
And
Yeah.
John is still doing stand-up comedy.
He is, yeah.
And he's a hysterically funny dude.
On his website, johnlear.com, there are some audio clips of some of his earlier work. There is a thing that a bit that he's got. He's an excellent history teacher where he talks about the Donner Pass.
The Donner Party.
Oh, it's
Oh,
great.
yeah, the Donner Party. That is one of the funniest things I have ever heard in my life. I had tears streaming down my face. My stomach hurt from laughing so hard. He is a super funny guy. So if you're interested in hearing the interview is literally 26 minutes and 58 seconds. That's how much it is, and ironically, that's about the size of a 12-round bout here that we're going to have to be sitting through. Or, like I say, we can keep going. So we're on a delay here in our Spreaker chat.
So we'll keep on going until you get it. But I got to tell you.
Absolutely. Let us know if you're interested in hearing that interview. It was fun. It's not political. That was what was so cool about it. We promised John there would be no politics involved, just us
we're
having
on the
a conversation.
opposite sides of the political fence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we can still talk about comedy.
He's also one of our friends that chooses to live in California for some ungodly reason. But, whatever.
But he's a good Kansas City boy, though.
Graduated from Northwestern University. They're in the great state of Tejas.
He's a good guy.
God, did I really just say the great state of Texas again? I must be having a stroke. Do I smell toast or something? Is that what's happening to me?
Let me tell you about this fight that's going on. It's not really much of a fight because they're swinging and they're bobbing and they're weaving.
But
and
one of them has furry shorts.
He's got blue fur on both sides of his shorts.
All right, we've had glitter, and now we've got, honest to God, blue fur.
What has happened to boxing, man?
This is a horrible thing to happen to the world of boxing.
They're both having their makeup touched up right now, and little girl's coming over here with the scissors to snip out, some stray locks, and they're working on wardrobe, and then they'll probably send them back out in the ring. I would say they would be sending them out to fight, but I'm not really seeing a lot of that going on.
No, not
they're
really.
moving around a lot because they're what, junior heavyweight, junior lightweight,
junior lightweights,
or something. So they're doing a lot of moving, but as far as like throwing punches and trying to punch people in the face. I ain't seeing too much of that. Their lovers' quarrel must not be that serious. It must be some stuff about just the toilet seat, being up or down or something like that. It's kind of hard to say. Oh, now you want to talk, Socks. Yeah, what? I know. It's boring.
She's a little fussy.
The fight's boring. I know.
Well, they're cutting the tassels off of one of the fighters' shoes right now.
Because
he
he come out there, oh my
Lord. One
Lord.
with the furry shorts.
He's got tassels on his shoes. Lord have mercy. What is the world of boxing coming to? This ain't right, man.
This is anything but right.
Hey, where'd everybody on the front row go?
They probably mad because they've been sitting there.
They're laying down in the floor taking a nap.
Watching these people play patty fingers and stuff like that. If that boy has blue fur on his shorts, he better not. Now look at him, picking him up and walking across the ring with him. This ain't no time for making bacon, Javante. Of course, it's the Floyd Mayweather camp that's got the fur all on him.
Are y'all going to fight, or y'all just going to
I thought that was against the rules.
Oh, my goodness. I just saw somebody throw a punch. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. This is just getting embarrassing.
He punched him right in the tattoo because he said, I told you I didn't want you to get a tattoo.
He has embarrassed the whole Hara delegation.
And they're hugging it out,
Referee,
though.
Look, they're going to be hugging. The boy got blue fur on his legs. He's going to be in there to hug. Fonseca just looking like he wanting him to get up off of him.
And he tried to pick him up again.
What is with the picking him up? I thought this wasn't MMA. Oh, now they playing hug again. Look, the referee just slapped both of them. Did you see that?
Yep, he did. He was like, I told y'all quit hugging.
So far, the referee's got the best lick in the fight.
This is a family show.
And
then he just hit him in the back of the head. What are y'all doing?
For somebody that's supposed to be training with Floyd Mayweather, I'm kind of disappointed in you there, fur britches. That just now he's starting to try to swing them things, but he ain't hitting nothing. They all been whiffs. Good Lord, have mercy.
They both look like they're scared to get
They
hit.
do. They look like they scared of something. I know what one of them scared of because I done seen it. You see that little wink and a nod there? I'm telling you.
Rich Lemire said blue fur. Is there a salve for that?
Actually, that's the name of the salve. You use that when you get syphilamidia. Ooh, Javante look like he teeing off now. All right, he's got Fonseca in the corner.
They both swinging for real.
Yep. At least now y'all want the bing bing. That's what I'm talking about.
He said, I seen you just staring with that sultry look at that referee.
That's what it was, when the referee slapped both of them. I think that was an uppercut that if it would have hit, it wouldn't have hurt. I'm just saying, they ain't even trying. Shame on you, Showtime. Again, I am affirming Conor McGregor's assessment of Mr. Epstein. You, sir, are a weasel. You making me pay $100 to watch these chumps when I'm tuning in to watch McGregor and Mayweather? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
If I wanted to watch two men hug, I'd be watching Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Come on now.
All right, look here. Now, this is a for real moment here. I'm looking at our broadcast platform. Spreaker, it informs me that we can only broadcast for an hour and a half, 90 minutes at a time before we have to go back out and come back in and start over again. All right? Sorry, we usually don't broadcast this long. That's just one of them things.
In that case, do I get to go wee-wee?
Well, yeah, Casey gets to go tinkle while I reboot. Here's what's going to happen, folks. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and I'm going to go ahead and hit stop. Now, and I'm just keep your players where they are, and look for the live button to light up, and you can tune right back in.
Hit refresh
or whatever you got to do, and we will be right back. I promise.
That sounds like a threat.
It is a threat, so just hang on.
Love it.
In 3, 2,